Oh yeah, I guess I do run into goblins and thieves from time to time and have no choice but to defend myself. For the most part, though, every day is nice and peaceful.
Don't you die, Hughes! Hughes, please!
I thought my simple way of life with the slimes in the forest would last forever. But I suppose I should expect the unexpected from time to time. They don't look like bandits, but I have to wonder what they're doing this deep in the forest.
Is it bad?
It isn't good. It's gonna take magic to heal him, and I don't have enough.
Then we should hurry and get him back to town. He won't last much longer. Who are you?
Why is he here? He's just a kid.
I guess my voice is rusty since I haven't had to use it in years. Medicine. Me give...
Medicine?
Right here. You take. Hurry.
Well?
Hughes is in luck. I'm positive it's medicine.
Is he?
He just fell asleep. This ought to sustain him for a while.
Thank you, boy.
My home can rest. All of you.
You're sure?
What's a little kid like him doing in a forest all by himself?
We don't know if he's alone just yet. I'd wager he's a hunter. What's wrong?
Seems Beast came this way, so they'll come too.
Who's they?
Those slimes came out of nowhere!
Enemy! They're not!
Wait, are you trying to tell us that those slimes are actually your servants? My apologies, then. None of us realized that they were your familiars. I used to have slimes for familiars. My very first ones. I remember it like it was yesterday.
That mean you tamer?
Former, but yes. Runs in my family. We've been tamers for generations. But slimes weren't my only familiars. We had red horses and blizzard apes primarily.
So he's a noble. Maybe even an important one.
Looks like a dead end to me.
Maybe he got lost.
Wait, please. Thank you. This home.
Barrier magic, huh? To keep this place hidden.
Yeah. I've never seen a cave this cozy.
Same.
What are the odds we'd find a decent place for Hughes to rest?
You say decent, but I say suspicious.
What? How so?
There's only enough furniture for one person.
Huh, that's true. It appears he does indeed live here alone.
Seriously?
Earlier when he approached us, he masked his presence remarkably well. His magic also makes me think he may not be as young as he looks.
This for Hurt Man.
Thank you. I promise we'll find a way to repay you.
No, take all you like. Can make more.
You made them?
Yes?
What are you?
Oh, right. You have thirst? Here.
Ice. You're capable of using ice magic?
Please tell us who you are.
Jeez, they sure are persistent. My name is Ryoma.
Thanks for your help, Ryoma. Since you told me your name, I'll tell you mine. I'm Reinhard Jamil of the Jamil Duchy.
He say Duchy? Forgive me!
There's no need to bow down to me, I assure you. Especially since I'm in your debt.
Okay. I figured he was probably a big deal, but not a Duke-sized deal.
Nice to meet you. My name is Camille. I'm a mage. Though I didn't have enough magic to heal Hughes, so I'm glad you came along.
I'm grateful to you as well, kid. I'm a scout, named Zeph.
I'm Jill, and I'm sorry for drawing my sword on you.
Caution is natural. No apology.
Thanks, that's kind of you to say.
So, how did...
outside the forest. We were struck by bandits.
They hurt your friend?
No, we took the bandits out easily enough. But then a black bear also came after us.
Ah, gotcha.
We managed to beat the black bear too, but not before our horses ran away. We wanted to get Hughes to town as fast as we could, so we took a shortcut through the forest. Then we bumped into you.
Can I ask you a question? Different magics. And you create your own potions. Why live out here with such talents?
My grandparents taught me those things. They were adventurers.
I see. And I take it they're just out right now.
3 years ago, they both died.
3 years?
They said that I should try and go to another village. Those were their dying words to me. But I couldn't do that. Villagers don't trust outsiders.
That much I understand, certainly. Grasping how you survived is where I'm troubled.
For 3 years, I just lived from day to day.
You just lived?
Hey guys, I know! Let's use this crystal. It shines bright red anytime a criminal touches it. For everybody else, it shines blue.
Oh.
That's not all. It shows their name, race, and age too. It also has the power to reveal 4 of their high-level skill sets. No one would second-guess you living alone in the forest if we knew you had a high enough combat skill to fend for yourself.
Makes sense.
It's blue, which means you're no criminal. But what's this?
What's what?
According to this thing, you don't have any combat skills.
Aw, shucks. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get dinner ready.
Sounds good.
11? That would mean he's been alone since he was 8 years old.
While that is a surprising fact, look at the skills.
Housekeeping level 10? And he's level 9 for mental pain resistance, followed by physical pain resistance at level 8.
He's only a kid, but what kind of life has he been living?
All I know is we can't leave him here by himself. That said, what actions do we take? My gut's telling me I should head home and discuss this matter with Father and Elise.
Thanks for saving me, little guy.
Feel better? You sure?
Oh, that genuine concern I hear? I have it on good authority you avoid the town. I thought it was because you didn't like people,
Hughes.
but...
Even so, I still worry when someone gets hurt.
I guess avoiding isn't synonymous with dislike.
Hughes, you good?
Oh yeah, just dandy. Missing a few pints of blood, but it's fine.
Drink this. It'll restore blood.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do. It smells awful!
But it works. I guarantee it.
Don't refuse his kindness. Drink it.
Can't have you collapsing on the road now, can we?
We're all very concerned for you and only thinking of your health.
Bottoms up!
I want you to listen to me. Remember this, Oak of Jamil. If you ever need help, you march right into the town of Ganago and ask for me. That way I can return the favor. You hear me?
Loud and clear. They were really nice people. Makes me feel all the more guilty. Nice people don't deserve to be lied to, but that's exactly what I did. I made up that entire story about my grandparents passing away. The person who actually died 3 years ago was me. There'll be many more slimes to come. The view is nice, but how do I get down?
How big of an idiot can you be? Are you seriously not done?
This is me, 3 years ago. You might have noticed, but I was a tiny bit older than I am now. The place I lived was also a little different compared to my current home.
Yeah.
One
Let's
day,
just get to work.
I found myself in a strange place.
So, I really worked myself to death. I see.
You for real?
You're taking the news surprisingly well. Most folks who come here are much more upset by this revelation.
But you don't seem fazed in the slightest.
I assure you, I'm surprised. It's just, I'll eventually wake up if this turns out to be a dream. If not, everybody's lives have to end at some point. And besides, I knew honestly.
I worked for a horribly exploitative company. Massive overtime, terrible bosses, no days off, so I was perpetually exhausted.
Now that I'm thinking of it, who are you?
We're gods.
Huh.
Refer to me as Gain the Creator. Short and sweet.
I'm Lulutia, the goddess of love.
I'm the god of life, Kufo.
I am honored to meet all three of you. My name is Ryoma Takebayashi. Please forgive me, usually I have a few business cards on hand.
We don't need that. The world we live in is much different from the one you come from, so we would have no use for such trivial things.
Ah, like an other world, yeah?
So did you attain enlightenment while you were still alive?
It's actually quite nice to not have to explain every little thing for once.
It's a concept you see a lot in manga and anime. It's just...
Just what?
I can't help but be curious as to how I died.
You hit your head and had a brain hemorrhage. Sorry if that's disappointing.
That's right. It was a result of you sneezing while you were sleeping. 4 in a row.
With each sneeze, your pillow moved further away from your cranium, until finally you wound up striking your head on the floor.
The blow was enough to burst several blood vessels in your brain. And that was all she wrote.
That's so unfair, though. What a lame way to go out!
Oh.
The beer bottles from my drunk boss? Years and years of my father's abuse! I'm in my sleep!
That's the first thing that's bothered him.
Statistically, something had to.
It does make sense if you stop and think about it. You had a secret pride in how tough you were, didn't you?
I apologize. I lost my control. It's back, though, so please go on.
The heart of the matter at hand is the reason I brought you here, so allow me to explain. However, it's a bit cliché.
Which would mean you're sending me to another world for a second chance. And am I getting reincarnated? And do I have a special mission?
It's astounding how fast this is going.
Yes, you will be going to a new world, but you won't be starting from scratch. You'll be entering a body I made just for the occasion.
You'll be around 8 years old, though, so you could consider it a type of reincarnation.
What?
Before I knew it, I was off. I was reborn in a new world, just like they said. In an 8-year-old body. I found myself in a place I'd come to know as Sailfall. I really am a little kid. I've made it to another world. The gods were gracious enough to prepare a manual that would help me weather the hardships my new life might throw at me. Check the last page of this book. You'll find your starting status. I suddenly feel like a character in a video game. All my stats involve brute strength somehow. It's fine. I guess they integrated my skills from my last life into this one. Okay, so I'm definitely strong, but I'm in a kid's body. I'll just have to get used to that. A slime! Aww. Let's see if it knows any tricks. Shake, boy. Oh, magic, duh. How to use your magic. To make a monster obey your every command, you need taming magic. Oh, okay. Let's see. Calm your heart and feel the magic flowing from the soles of your feet to the top of your head. Feel it. This is my magic. Once you feel it coursing through you, envision that same energy flowing out of your body. I decided to make the Forest of Ghana my new home in this world. Because of how much I worked, it was next to impossible for me to devote any time to hobbies. I think that's what led me to researching slimes. It took me 3 years, but the first people I came into contact with in Sailfall were Reinhardt and his companions. 2 whole weeks have passed since my unexpected encounter with those guys. That's weird. If these numbers are right, then there's 300 fly faster than rabbits do. Once Reinhardt and his friends left, it was back to my everyday routine. The sun feels great. Hey, what's wrong?
Ryoma! We're back!
You been holding up okay?
Ever since I came to Sailfall, the only things my new life consisted of were slimes. But my small, slimy world was about to get much bigger.
I am Reinbach Jamil. Reinhardt is my son, which of course means I was the previous Duke. It's nice to meet you.
hello.
I'm Reinhardt's wife, Elise Jamil. I've heard good things. Thank you for being there for my husband and his men the other day.
Happy to be of help.
And lastly, I'd like to introduce our daughter.
My name is Eliaria Jamil. Pleasure to meet you. And you are... Oh, I'm Ryoma Takebayashi. It's nice to make your acquaintance. I appreciate you all coming to visit, but I don't have the means to offer the proper hospitality.
Well, we did come unannounced. In this situation, I think we're the ones at fault. You know, I heard you were a tamer who managed to contract a slime or two. But I believe that was an understatement.
There's even more. Or seems like it.
They've split since you were last here. Can they all fit inside your house? Eventually, they learned how to. How to what? Here, I'll show you. Hey, guys! Combine! As you can see, a group of over 100 slimes has the power to join together if they're the same type. They also have this ability that allows me to conserve space and food. I dubbed that handy little trick Minimize. What?
That slime is gigantic.
It's great!
That's insane! You really tamed a slime that big?
Well,
If that's what you're saying, you would be the first person in history to accomplish that feat.
I would?
As far as I know, yes. I didn't think taming contracts were even effective on big slimes.
Thing is, it's more than one, though. It looks like there's only one core, but it's actually over 100 separate cores merged together. Making 100 contracts at the same time, that would be quite the feat to accomplish. Taming them individually and then merging them is different, and here's the proof. Huh?
Well done.
Incredible! You single-handedly figured out a mystery that's baffled tamers for as long as I can remember.
Okay.
Madam, do contain yourself, please. I believe you may be scaring Mr. Ryoma.
Oh, please forgive me.
Nah, nothing to forgive.
But, my word, training over 100 slimes is quite impressive in its own right. I am simply amazed is all.
Yes, that's true. I never thought this mystery would be solved in my lifetime, let alone that I would witness it firsthand.
I know. Join the Tamers Guild, then present what you found.
That's right. There's an organization in Sailfall that collects this type of info. Anyway, you've been on your feet long enough. Please, come in and take a load off.
Sure, sounds good. Thank you.
Now, minimize!
Right then. Your slimes. Well, they're so amazing they nearly made me forget why we came. We're here to give a token of our gratitude.
That's very kind of you.
I mean, no offense, but I noticed you don't have a clock in your possession.
Well, yeah, but...
No buts. Just take it, kid. You gave me time by saving me. Now let me return the favor.
You're acting like you're the one giving it to him.
I'm just grateful is all.
Thank you very much. It's such a kind-hearted gift. I'll be sure to treasure it.
I'm happy to hear it. Though there is another reason we came to the forest today.
Oh? We, the Jamil family, have all been tamers for many generations. The time has come for me to catch and tame my very first familiar, and I'd like that creature to be a slime. Well then, you've come to the right place. Did you find one yet? We searched on our way here, but we didn't see any. In that case, here. Slimes often go to this watering hole when they need something to drink. All right. Looks like my path is set. Question. Yes? I still haven't decided on what kind of slime I want to capture. I'm fairly well versed in sticky slimes, acid slimes, poison slimes, and healing slimes because they're documented in books that I've read. But I've never seen the other two types you have before. I confess that I'm rather intrigued. What variety of slime are they? This one here is a scavenger slime. Scavenger, got it. Their diet consists of excrement and trash, and they eliminate bad smells. Oh yeah, the stuff that they eat becomes fertilizer. Who knew such a creature existed?
Not me, I had no idea.
Next up is the cleaner slime. These little guys are all about cleansing. How do they work? Let me show you. This here's a loincloth I got from a goblin I defeated.
Gross. What purpose could that possibly serve?
You'll see. It's like a washing machine, but slimy.
It looks like a completely different loincloth. No way! Goblin grime is among the most difficult stains to clean in the whole world, but it's spotless.
So what you're saying is, these slimes eat dirt like the other ones eat garbage.
You got it. Cleansing's kind of the same as eating. In fact, if it's not dirty, they don't want anything to do with it.
What in the world?
That didn't hurt one bit.
Are you sure you're unharmed?
Positive. This little guy wouldn't even eat animal meat unless I told it to.
More and more surprises. Wow, fascinating.
I was so afraid you'd get hurt. Please don't scare us like that again.
Okay, I think the cleaner slime is the slime for me. It'll make a perfect familiar. I'm absolutely sure of it. Yeah, they're great. So tell me, how exactly do you pick them out? Is there some kind of trick? How do I know it'll evolve into the one I want? Can't say, since you're a lady. That's it. That's how it evolves.
Who would have guessed? I see why you were embarrassed to share.
Me too.
I doubt women would talk about their bathwater either.
Agreed.
Right, I'll do the honors then. Huh? Hey, ladies! Wait till you hear this!
So what is it I need to do?
Take a bath! But scrape the ring of filth from the tub because you're gonna need to use it as bait.
Could he be any more blunt?
I swear, your tactlessness knows no bounds.
Laugh it up.
So, it's true. To attract the slime that you want, you would literally have to use the sweat off your back.
I see, though I never would have thought it had a trait like that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. It's not your fault, Mr. Ryoma. These slimes, they're interesting. Sure, but I still want one.
Maybe one of your guards could help you out.
No, that won't do. I chose to become a tamer, so I'm the one who has to put in the work.
You moron!
Doing everything by yourself isn't always the best way to go about it.
Maybe, but the very first step of my journey should be mine to take alone.
Okay, it's your choice to make.
I choose to do it! That slime's as good as mine. Look, I'm ready to go.
Good luck. We're rooting for you.
Be careful.
Right. I'm back. Everyone say hello to my very first familiar. I'll always treasure him.
I'm so happy for you. BT.G.
Wait, what'd you say?
I abbreviated.
I see.
Enjoy the break?
Hope so.
Let's get back to it. Makes me think about my first slime. He was every bit as sluggish as he was precious, but that just made him more memorable. Little Tabuchi. He reminded me of a younger colleague I used to work with, so that's who I wound up naming him after. Although neither the slime nor the human are here now. I sincerely hope both of them are living their best lives in some other world.
Ryoma, tell me, do you intend to keep living here by yourself?
Well, honestly, I haven't decided. Staying and moving both have pros and cons.
Here's a third option for you. How would you feel about joining us on our trip?
Trip?
We're actually in the midst of a journey to a town called Gimel. We'll be staying there for quite some time. You're welcome to come with us and return here whenever the mood strikes you. What do you think?
Let's see. Should I leave the forest and go someplace new? I can't even remember the last time I took a trip.
Hey, Mr. Ryoma. I'm like you. I've never been on a trip before now. Never been to this forest. I was so nervous when we left the town. In fact, I'm still nervous. But I've seen so many new and amazing things along the way. I even made a friend. I also met you, all because I left my home. I know, probably rushing through your mind now. Although there's lots of bad things in the world, there's lots of good too. And those things make the risk worthwhile. Thank you for saying that. Really. Such wise words. I would like to see the rest of the world. I don't wish to be a burden to you all, but I think I'll go ahead and take you up on your offer.
You will? That's wonderful.
I'll say.
Yay! I'm so glad!
Good. Since you're coming with us now, we should help you prepare for the trek. You can leave your belongings with Sabus and his item box.
Oh, no need for that. I'll just use my own item box spell.
You mean you actually have that skill?
So cool! Is that weird, or...?
It's basic magic, but it belongs to a higher element. What makes it impressive is that you know it at such a young age.
I had no clue.
Hey, so, if you have questions about magic, I'll tell you anything you want. I promise to answer to the best of my ability, okay?
She's teaching me about magic as well, which means that we'll be learning together. I've lived in this world for 3 years, but the only things I know about it are what the gods wrote in that manual. I can learn some street smarts and common sense from these people. I really appreciate it. How lucky am I to have met them? That night, I took every possession in my little cave house and stuffed them into my item box. I took fur from animals I'd hunted, equipment from thieves who made the mistake of messing with me. I've built up a fairly sizable collection in the past 3 years. And that's everything. Almost. I'm guessing you guys probably already know this, but I'm about to embark on my first journey in this world. I'm not sure when I'll be back, so I'm taking everything I own with me. And if I don't return here, I'll make another statue wherever I end up. A town? Sure sounds exciting, huh? The next morning came quickly. I had my affairs in order and was ready to go. Locked and secured.
Then shall we?
Our journey's just begun. Yeah. And with that, I took my first step in a new direction, and it actually felt pretty good. Mr. Sabus is unbelievable. He has living animals as well as inanimate objects in there. I wonder if that's the intermediate space magic dimension home. Question. I know you have Earth and space, but do you also have water and fire elements along with those two? Yes. My grandmother told me I have control of all elements. Really?
And in addition to those, you use barrier and taming magic as well? Be mindful that those who have all the elements can wind up being a master of none.
I will, thanks.
Did something I just said strike you as amusing?
You were smiling to yourself.
It's just... my grandmother had said the exact same thing to me before. That was back when I was first trying my hand at some healing magic and alchemy.
You've tried alchemy, eh? Now that's a rare one to show an interest in.
Is it really that uncommon of a practice?
Nowadays, yes. You don't see it often. Alchemists tend to keep to themselves and have a disturbing image associated with them.
So then what kind of alchemy did you work on? In truth, not much. The only thing I pulled off was removing mineral poisons from rock salt to make it edible. That was it, though.
You just continue to amaze me.
Oh, do I now? I feel like they praise every single thing that I do. Oh man, the sooner I learn the common sense of this world, the better. Good, they look as happy as I feel. I'm glad I took this first step. Over the next few days, we traveled until nightfall and set up camp wherever we had to stop. I'm not gonna lie, it was surprisingly comfortable.
We hardly ever get such a heavy downpour around this time of year.
It's making me quite chilly.
Madam, take this.
So thoughtful. Thank you.
And what about you? Cold?
No, I'm just fine. Sure.
What did they stop for?
Duke Reinhardt, there's a problem.
No way we're getting around a landslide like that, is there?
Not unless we took a huge detour. At least 3 more days.
3 more days?
Just so you know, we were told this area happens to be a hotspot for thieves to attack. That's why we should try and get through here as quickly as possible.
I see. I guess we'll have to unblock it with magic then.
A landslide? Would it be okay if I step outside?
I don't see why not.
What is it you're going to do? Help, or at least try to help if I can. What's that? It's my raincoat. It's great for repelling water since it has a layer of sticky solution from a slime.
The adhesive properties of sticky slime solution were all I knew.
Just when I think I've gotten used to your surprising talents, you go and do something like that. It's mind-boggling.
This shouldn't take too long. Please, be careful out there, okay?
Do you think that coat of his has any commercial potential?
I'm definitely willing to find out.
Would Mr. Ryoma be able to profit from that?
But of course! Once we get to town, perhaps we should introduce him to Serge at the Morgan Trading Company.
Use break rock to crush up the boulders and larger debris. Then use rock to consolidate the dirt into manageable sizes, you understand?
Yes, it sounds simple enough.
Energy within. Envelop these men and shield them from this downpour. Rain block!
What the? Where'd that barrier come from?
Who cast this? Ryoma!
Thanks a lot.
I'm so glad we bumped into you that day.
Me too. And I have an idea.
Well then, let's hear it.
I overheard your plan to cast those earth magic separately, but there's combination magic based on those two called Create Block. Using that would be more efficient.
Okay, what do we do?
I'll just show you. It'll be easier to demonstrate than to explain it verbally. Focus and Create Block. Just like this. Imagine casting magic on the rocks and dirt at the same time. If you can use break rock and rock, you should be able to do this too.
You don't say.
Let's test it out.
Here we go. We can finally get through.
I didn't expect it to go so quickly. We are in your debt yet again.
Oh, Ryoma, I'm so proud.
You'll get mud on your clean clothes.
Oh, dirt doesn't hurt.
I can't breathe.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. As draining as that was, I still came out of it feeling happy. I like being able to help these people because it makes me feel good. It was smooth sailing, well, riding for the next 3 days of our journey. And then, Gimel, the mining town! We're here! It's been a long time coming, but I finally arrived at my first town in this world. This is the mining town of Gimel. Up until the Jamil family invited me to tag along with them, I never left my home in the forest. I've lived in Sailfall for 3 years now, but this is my very first time visiting an actual town. Although it's called a mining town, the mines haven't been yielding what they used to, and unfortunately, it's been that way for a few years. That's one of the reasons Mr. Reinhardt came here in the first place. He wants to assess the mines and decide which ones they should keep in operation and which they should close down. And me, I'm just happy to be here. I found out I needed an item referred to as a status board, so I went with Reinhardt and his family to a church to get it. In case the name didn't give it away, a status board displays a person's stats. It also serves as a form of ID.
Ah, so you're here to receive a status board? Well then, please follow me to the baptism room. Young man, I present your status board to you. A few more steps and the baptism will be complete. Just place your board on the pedestal and then touch the crystal.
Sounds easy enough.
Ryoma?
It's been a long time.
So great to see you again, though.
Gain! Kufu! Lulutia! Don't tell me I died again. Okay. So I'm still alive. What a relief!
Your mind simply took a quick little journey to our side for a moment.
You'll be back where you were as soon as you leave.
I thought meeting again wouldn't be possible. So how?
The church should be your first stop as soon as you make it to the town. Don't dilly-dally too much, okay? You'll have an oracle skill set, so you'll be able to communicate with us gods by using it.
I remember you said that, but I never went to a town or used the skill.
Even without going to a church, you led what many would consider to be a priestly life. Rain or shine, you prayed to us every day for 3 years straight.
And because of your devotion, we were still able to give you the oracle skill so we could meet like this.
We'll try to keep it brief, but we should be able to communicate from now on.
Gotcha, but I don't mind if it's not brief.
We'll do our best. Either way, I'm happy you finally went to a church so we can talk.
The house you built was totally amazing.
Yes, I must agree. And I do believe that you have the cleanest, best-smelling toilet in the history of Sailfall.
Thanks, that's mostly because of the slimes, not me.
Well, yes and no. Though the cleaner and scavenger slimes keep things spotless, their species was actually invented by you.
Huh? No wonder Reinhardt and the others never heard of them before.
Though the initial creator of slimes is yours truly.
Really?
Yes, really. I gave them the ability to adapt to the environment and reproduce based on that. Their evolutionary possibilities were infinite. But certain environments only have so many features, and once a few species emerged, they stopped branching out into new types. You could say they were set in slime. You rediscovered the slime's potential that even their very creator had forgotten. If I wore a hat, I'd be tipping it to you.
Oh, gee whiz. Getting praised by the Duke and his family was one thing, but getting praised by a god is a whole new level entirely.
Now. Like everyone else, gods have their strengths and weaknesses.
Out of all the families in Sailfall, who would have thought the one you'd encounter would be the Jamils?
Is that rare, or...?
I'd say so. You're not the first person we transferred to that world, you know. A previous Earthling married an ancestor of the Jamil family.
Huh?
That's right, I remember her fondly. What a sweetheart she was.
Yeah, super nice girl. Her big dream was to learn how to train animals. So she asked us for a skill that would allow her to tame them. Pretty smart, huh?
So she wanted all of that. And she was also a Jamil?
That's right. She was the one who researched and created the Taming School of Magic.
She had many achievements in her lifetime, including being given the title of a noble. Then the Jamil ancestor fell in love with her and they were happily married.
We've been giving our individual blessings to their descendants ever since, making sure to keep the taming ability strong within their bloodline. Young Aliaria, in particular, has inherited quite a bit from her predecessor, who was originally from Earth.
If that's true, it would mean that she's a naturally gifted tamer, like it's in her blood. That won't do because I'm the one who chose to become a tamer. I should put in the work for it myself. It's good to know all of her hard work will eventually pay off.
Actually, no. The side she inherits most strongly from is her mother's, so it's not the Jamil side.
Wait, then. Her mother's side has someone who transferred from Earth too?
Whenever we take magic from Earth, we make it a point to transfer at least one person along with it.
Is there a chance I'll meet one of them?
Not likely, since there's usually at least 2 centuries between transfers. Unless you or they live to be over 200 years old, I really just don't see that happening.
If you ever bother to look otaku up in the dictionary, you'll see the face of Eliaria's other relative.
Wow, that bad?
He wished for strong magical powers and used them to become unstoppable in combat. Above all, his fire attacks were truly a marvel to behold.
Thankfully, he was extremely timid. Thus, he was never driven to use his overwhelming power for any sort of evil deeds.
We may be the ones who gave him those powers, but that didn't stop us from worrying till the day he died.
I imagine he must have been quite the handful, huh?
In comparison to you, you're like a dream while he was a nightmare.
Oh, that's so?
Every decision that you make is calm and rational. You follow the rules and try different things, but you stay in your lane. You, my son, are the pinnacle of transferees, and Sailfall is blessed to have you.
Did you say son?
Well, I am kind of like a heavenly father. Calling you my son felt godly to me.
Thanks, Dad.
I should be thanking you. We wouldn't be nearly as entertained without you.
It's almost time to go.
But that was so fast.
Don't forget, we'll still be watching over you.
Oh, yes. One more thing to note is that some other gods have noticed you.
Other gods? What other gods?
Seems you've got the eye of the god of war as well as the god of magic. It's quite the triumph, since they often don't care for your kind.
I see.
Oh, and another tidbit is the god of crafts and artisans has given his blessing to you.
What? He did? I'm glowing. Guess that means it's time to say goodbye.
We'll be able to meet with you like this whenever you visit the church.
Well, bye. I'll see you soon.
Take it easy out there.
You're extraordinary in every way. The three of us will continue to watch every step of your journey until our paths cross again.
You may now observe the status of your status board.
Okay.
With the exception of your name, age, and race, it's customary to hide what's written there. And I'm sure it's not difficult to see why. Very private information.
That makes sense.
Then I shall take my leave of you.
Everyday skill sets and combat skill sets too. Then there's my magic skill sets. Crafting. Special. Title. Holds the titles of Overcoming an Unhappy Life and Beloved Child of the Gods. I'm sorry for the wait. Welcome back, Mr. Ryoma.
It seems to have worked out problem-free.
If it's all the same to you, I'd like to impart a word of advice. I am your elder, after all.
What kind of advice?
Compared to other children in your age group, your abilities are remarkably high. That means you'll attract a lot of unwanted attention, especially from people who would seek to use you for their own ends.
That's true.
If you can keep your strengths hidden, you may be able to avoid this. Given how prominent your abilities are, I realize concealing them would be a rather tall task. That's why I suggest you register early at a guild instead, because the sooner you raise your rank, the sooner you can increase your standing.
My, standing?
You're extremely talented, yet you're still so young, which means it's obvious that you have the blessings of the gods. So please watch out. Depending on what the blessing is, people will hunt you.
If that's the way this world works, so be it. Glad I know now. I'll just control myself and refrain from using too much magic in front of others. I'll be careful. I promise. Is something wrong? You look like you have a question for me. I do. It's just, I'm wondering what your total magic capacity is. Let me think. 198,000 sounds right. Your capacity total is so high. And you're somehow able to use so much of your magic. Huh? Well, the higher the capacity, the more magic I can use, right? No, that's not what I meant! I was trying to say you can use the magic appropriately! Oh, can I? Yes.
I beg your pardon, but perhaps Mr. Ryoma is unaware of the side effects, miss.
You think? And what side effects are those?
Simple. People who have higher magic capacities typically have a hard time controlling their powers and learning new things. For the most part, these people are required to train in order to limit their magic, otherwise they cannot use it in the correct way.
That's good to know. Wish it was something I'd known sooner. Up until now, I had no one to compare magic with, so I didn't realize that was the case. I hope you know it's really impressive how you're able to use magic so easily. I'm the exact same age as you, but I can't use magic very well. What's your capacity? That's the thing. My magic capacity is around 200,000. Whoa, that's a lot! She's got me beat by a landslide. She did have that one otaku ancestor. I bet that's where it's from. You must have really good genes, huh? Could you please explain to me how you got so competent at using magic? Well, I could try. The best advice I can think to give you is to just play around with it until eventually you teach yourself. So I just play around? That's all? Start off with some basic magic, then do whatever you can think of and go from there.
What an idea. I've never thought of using magic as a sort of plaything before.
No harm in trying it, is there?
Even if she spends some magic on goofing around, Elias should still have plenty left over for training, so play away.
I could teach you anytime. Okay. It's a promise then. I'm looking forward to it. It shouldn't be a big deal, and I know that. But I can't deny how good it feels to be appreciated like this.
Wibble wobble. Wibble wibble wobble.
This could support 100 of me. After leaving the church, we made our way to the Tamers Guild. I came to learn it was the official society for those with the power to control monsters, also known as Tamers and Summoners. The guild's primary purpose is to provide job offers and information to all of its members. Once we finally arrived, Lady Eliaria and I both registered as tamers, just like we initially planned on. But...
I never would have thought it'd be such an ordeal to raise his rank.
It was truly unexpected.
There was a new trend in the Tamers Guild, and that trend was letting the strength of the monsters determine the overall skill of their masters. Since I'm a slime specialist and slimes are at the bottom of the food chain, my rank was going nowhere fast.
Is there nothing we can do to raise his rank? I know. We should head over to the Adventurers Guild for now.
But why would we go there?
Think about it. You said you took down some bandits in the forest, didn't you?
He may be onto something. That guild values survival skills as well as combat abilities. In fact, it's right up your alley.
I say we give it a try.
Okay. If I want to register at the Adventurers Guild, my combat skills have to be tested, right? Do you think I should give it everything I've got?
Yes, that would be a wise choice.
Mr. Ryoma, I'm rooting for you! Thank you!
I take it you're today's lucky applicant?
That's me, Ryoma Takebayashi. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Right, let's begin. To start, take 5 of your arrows and shoot those 5 targets. I don't want to see you waste a single shot.
Got it. If I'm gonna live up to their expectations, I have to do this.
Five bullseyes in a row. Pretty slick, kid.
I did spend a lot of time hunting in the forest. Maybe that helped. That was wonderful! It was just wow!
Yes, it was.
The bow and arrows they gave him must have been the best of the best!
Sorry, I believe you're confused. That was Mr. Ryoma's skill, not the work of the tools he used.
In that case, he just keeps getting more and more amazing!
I'll say, but who knew he'd be that adept?
You'd think after all the times he surprised us, we'd stop underestimating the boy.
Next up is moving targets. Discs will come flying out of air.
So it's like an archery version of skeet shooting.
This style of test was first designed long ago by an adventurer known as Gengo. He was famous because of his unique weapon, a magic item called shotgun.
He called it shotgun? Kengo was definitely a transferee. But what kind of guy brings a gun to a world of magic?
Shoot 50 targets with 50 arrows. Do your best, kid.
Wow, just look at him concentrate.
Almost there.
4 targets at once?
Stop! You win! I surrender! The test is officially over.
Sorry about that. I moved on instinct.
I noticed, but no need to apologize. That's just something I do to keep people on their toes. A cautionary experience, if you will.
It's completely dulled down. I guess that was a pop quiz.
I've seen people dodge the knife in the past, but you're the first applicant who had the stones to strike back. It is nice to make your acquaintance. I'm the master of the Gimel branch of the Adventurers Guild. Name's Worgen.
Why would the guildmaster be in charge of running the tests?
It's not that strange. You know what is, though? The Duke's whole family's here. I couldn't let just anybody run this thing with such well-to-do spectators in the audience, now could I?
Yeah, point taken.
He aced it like a regular pro.
Congratulations, Mr. Ryoma! Whoa, careful, my lady!
That's it. You're hereby registered as a member of the Adventurers Guild. You get a card and everything.
Thank you so much. Why rank G?
Given the skills that you showed me, I could probably let you start off at rank E. But there's other things to consider, like what some people might do if I start you off too high. So begin at G and work your way up. Show everyone and their grandma what you can do. Keep at it and you'll increase your rank in no time.
Thanks for being so thoughtful about this.
Knock it off with that crap. You honestly shouldn't waste your time being so polite with me. Save your breath. Well, anyway, now that you're a member of the guild and all that, why don't you go take a look and see what jobs have been posted?
Sounds good.
Generally speaking, if it's not the same rank as you, it's not a job you're allowed to accept. Getting a party to go with you is an exception, though. The same goes for getting recruited by other guilds. Those are cases where you can take on jobs with higher ranks.
That makes sense.
The board for rank G jobs is over there.
Thanks for your help. They need the communal bathroom spruced up. And there's a house cleaning one over there. The trash would include food waste, as well as timber and debris. If I have the scavenger slimes eat the garbage, and the cleaner slimes do what they do best... All right, we got ourselves a job. And the next day... Everyone, come! We have our first guild assignment.
Have a nice day, Mr. Ryoma.
Thank you. You as well. This must be it. Cool. I'm a working man once again. Are they not home? Excuse me. I'm from the Adventurers Guild. I heard you needed some things cleaned. Huh?
You! Are you pulling my tail or are you really here to clean?
I've never seen a cat bee skin before. Ugh, I can definitely smell rotten food coming from there. Hello, my name is Ryoma Takebayashi, and I've been sent from the Adventurers Guild.
You came! I'd almost given up hope, but now you're finally here to clean my house! Oh, thank you for coming, really. Please feel free to call me Mia, okay? It's so dirty.
I'm beginning to think the first job I picked might also wind up being my last. My first job as a member of the Adventurers Guild was to clean a house filled with trash. A lot of trash. Turns out there was a dump right next door, and one day a whole pile of goodness knows what came crashing into the basement thanks to unstable ground. The garbage kept pouring in faster than anyone could clean it, until it got to the point where nobody was willing to give the job a second thought. After all, who in their right mind would want to clean a never-ending pile of trash? Once I heard the full story, it made me wonder why she chose to build her house here. Poor life choices aside, I decided to start with the trash in the dump first, cut the problem off at the root. It's time, maximize! Now, break apart! To kick things off, I had the scavenger slime eat their hearts out. Mistwash, go! I did the same in the basement and cleaned it. Next, I used Create Block to make bricks. Then I combined said bricks with the hardening solution from the sticky slimes to fill the massive hole in the dump's wall. That was it. The slimes formed an assembly line and got to work. Finally, done. It looked daunting, but we managed to finish in just a few hours. Good work, seriously. What'd you think? It's...
I made her cry! Thank you! It's absolutely perfect! And so clean! You even fixed the hole! I'm so touched! I can't thank you enough!
You're welcome. I wasn't expecting her to be so happy.
Like me, wow! Thank you so much!
So, Miss Mia? Is it safe to assume this job's been completed to your liking?
Way more than safe.
Then, could you please sign on the dotted line?
How can I thank you for all that you've done for me? I know! I'll raise your reward pay. You've earned it, that's Sure. Oh, thank you so much. With one job under my belt, I not only felt a sense of accomplishment, but a sense of comfort in knowing I could make it on my own in this world. I went to report my success with my head held high and a smile on my face.
You already cleaned up that colossal mountain of garbage? Fantastic! Truly. And you did it so fast.
All in a day's work.
Well, hard work pays off.
I don't think that's mine.
I promise you it is. It says right here in black and white that Mia wanted to greatly increase your reward.
I do remember her saying that, but it's too much.
Not according to Mia, so don't be modest and just take it. It's yours. Your hard work made someone very happy, and this is her way of showing her thanks.
Okay.
Excellent. Now sign here.
Right.
Ryoma! Huh? There's not a speck of dirt in Mia's house, and it's all thanks to you.
So, do you know Miss Mia from somewhere?
She's an adventurer just like you and me.
I see.
Man, there was so much trash in that place, I didn't think anybody could clean it up. What's your secret?
No secrets, just slimes. Oh, I also know magic that was perfect for it. That helped.
Oh yeah? Well then, if you're looking for another job, there's something else I might need your expertise for.
You want the communal toilet cleaned, don't you?
Of course you'd already be one step ahead.
I happened to see it when I was checking out the jobs board.
Then that'll make this easy. The job in question was issued by the town government.
Oh, wow.
They refused to pay people to clean and everything literally went to crap. Not sure if you know, but Gimel's finances have been on a steady decline.
I heard it was something to do with the iron mines producing less ore than they did in the past.
So to try and ease the situation, they cut down on spending, starting with the town's management fees. The slum dwellers in this town, they were the ones originally in charge of keeping the toilets sanitary. But the government officials wanted to dock their pay, so they made up some bogus excuses to justify doing it, saying they weren't working hard enough. I'm aware those people need money, but they're not gonna work if they're not getting fairly paid. You get it right?
Yes, it's a truly terrible thing. Their CEOs are exploiting them.
Huh? What's a CEO?
Nothing. I just understand the situation. Very well, in fact. You can count on me. Tomorrow, I'll get to work.
Thank you, kid. I'll make sure you're compensated.
Thanks.
What's wrong?
Well, I was thinking of telling Mr. Reinhardt about this, too. He could probably step in and do something, change things for the better, you know?
Oh, goody now.
I was nothing but a stranger to all of them, yet they still took me under their wing and chose to help me.
Well then, I'll keep my hopes up.
So I took the job. How could I not after hearing that story?
That means...
Sebas.
Sir?
Costs in the town were unchanged. At least according to an official report they were. If what Ryoma tells us is true, then I highly suspect there may be some embezzlement going on here. Find out.
Your wish is my command.
I owe you thanks. Crimes committed in the shadows might finally be brought into the light because of you.
I hope so.
To think money that should be used for the town is being stolen by those in charge. It's unforgivable to knowingly take away from the pockets of their people. Does all the work I put in mean nothing to them?
Father had put forth the idea of communal toilets as well as hiring the people of the slums to maintain them for the environmental and employment benefits both. The less fortunate got jobs and a public place was kept clean.
That's really clever of you. I honestly had no clue.
You all can rest assured. We will get to the bottom of this.
I believe you. So you and your slimes have another job. I wish you the best of luck in completing it. We'll all do our best. That is one intense stench. The next day, it was off to the pits for me and my slimes to clean the notoriously dirty toilets. Each and every stall was 7 meters wide and 2 kilometers long, and there were 30 of them. This is gonna take a whole lot of work, you guys, so we'll just tackle them one at a time. Okay. That ought to do it. Everybody ready? We're going in. 3, 2, 1. Go! wash. Now to disinfect. A little lightning magic. Squall! Good. One down, 29 to go. That took longer than I thought it would. Oh well, on to the next. Our work here is far from over. That's right. You've gotten to eat more than your fill both today and yesterday. But the more the merrier. Statistically, it should make the work go faster. Okay, monster appraisal. Monster appraisal is a nifty type of taming magic that displays a monster's skills and special attributes to its master. Their poison resistance is off the charts! And that's not all. Now they can resist miasma too! Which could only mean there was a crap ton of miasma built up in here. Collect 7 and your wish will come true. I have a couple more than 7.
I'm slipping!
You're fine.
No, I'm not!
Yes, you are.
Ah!
I rushed over to the Adventurers Guild, and I was greeted by none other than the Jamil family. They were there to get more info from Worgen. Miasma?
A build-up?
Yes. At least there's an upside, though. We caught it before it leaked from the area.
But were you not affected while you were there?
Oh, I'm good to go. I took precautions and cleaned myself with the slimes before I got here. Don't worry. I am fully aware of how dangerous miasma can be. I wouldn't spread it. No, Mr. Ryoma. That wasn't what she meant.
Are you okay? You aren't feeling feverish or ill in any sort of way, right?
Tell us if you feel even a little sick. I'm just fine. I appreciate the concern, though, so thank you. Kinda strange to have people genuinely worry over me.
So, miasma is a very destructive magic power that can harm a person physically and mentally, if all of the toilet pits are polluted with it.
Guildmaster, if it's alright with you, I'd like to handle this myself before anyone gets hurt.
Really? You're gonna chance going in there to keep cleaning, knowing there's miasma all around you.
In order to get rid of it, we need to cut off the source. So, please do everything you can to keep that area off limits until it's thoroughly sanitized.
I guess that can be arranged.
Hold on! Doesn't this plan endanger Mr. Ryoma's life?
True. There's no need for him to put himself at risk. We'll fix this mess some other way.
I'm very grateful that you're all worried about me. But the fewer people involved, the better, because a higher number of people means a higher chance of infection. That's why letting my slimes and me handle things is the safest choice we have.
Perhaps you can stay outside and let the slimes do most of the work? That sounds like an even safer choice to me.
They can't do this on their own. I have to help out with high areas. They can't reach the upper walls and ceilings. Wait, but still... It's okay. I'll prove it. As you can see, I have various resistances and other skills that make it harder for me to die. So even if I were exposed to miasma, I sincerely doubt it would take me very long to recover. My slimes and I, we have to try. We're perfectly suited for it. It's up to us.
Placing such a burden on your shoulders feels terrible. But I thank you.
Sure. Be careful. Right. I'll go ahead and get started now. You've got this! Then count on us to keep watch!
Stay sharp. Don't let anyone get through.
Of course. Guys, let's go. And just like that, the slimes and I recommenced our cleaning of the public toilet pits. Worgen hired a handful of adventurers to keep watch while we worked, ensuring the civilians kept a safe distance from the danger. First, there was Jeff Grange. He and Worgen go way back. Then the dragon knew Sagi, and a monster researcher by the name of Lapin.
Stop
and the dog beastkin Willana, the tiger beastkin Mizelia, as well as a rabbit beastkin Celia. And last but definitely not least, there was Mia Cat. I'm determined to lend Ryoma a helping paw whenever I can, so just leave it to me. If no one's allowed in, then I'll make sure not even the rats get through. The number of scavenger slimes reached 1,000 following the split at the first toilet pit. So, instead of being a huge slime when they joined up, they were now 10. The king scavenger slime possessed a skill I'd never heard of called gluttony. It really sped things up, so we were finished faster than I thought we'd be.
Sorry. We were told not to let anyone pass. That includes the Duke and his family, ma'am.
Yes, I understand. But...
We brought food.
Right here.
We have some potions, too. Please, make sure Mr. Ryoma gets them.
Right. Will do.
Hey, don't you think it's time you took a break?
I agree. Nobody would hold it against you if you took a quick cat nap.
You've been at it for a while now. You should work smarter, not harder.
I appreciate the concern, but no, I want to take care of this as fast as I can. Halfway through already.
He really is quite an extraordinary young man.
Yeah, I'm not the least bit surprised Morgan took such a liking to him.
He's the best. The number of scavenger slimes tripled, coming to a grand total of 3,033. I wound up splitting them into groups of 1,011 and then had them combine as kings to boost productivity. Just 2 left. So close I could smell it. Finally, on the morning of the 3rd day... It is finished.
You, sir, are nothing short of brilliant.
How do you feel? You're not queasy or in pain, are you?
Nah, I feel good. Oh, I'm so proud. You did another big-up job. Thank Boo. I mean you. All 30 toilets have been cleaned and sanitized. It's safe now. No more miasma. I guarantee it.
Excellent work. You deserve a nice long rest, kid. They'll see you get the pay you've earned, too.
Oh man, I'm beat. Working until sunrise. It's been a while. Back then, working this late was something I did daily.
Hi, Mom. I'm home.
Welcome home, sweetheart.
No matter how many times I told her not to, my mom made sure to stay up so she could greet me the second I walked in. She must have been as tired as I was, considering she stayed up just as late. Then, she fell asleep for good. Most people would have cried, but no tears came. It just felt like I had a big, aching hole in my heart.
I'm home.
It felt lonely to come home to an empty apartment after work. But eventually I got used to it. Guess that happens when you do something long enough. I didn't think I'd ever get back what I lost. How could I? I'm home. So glad you're back. Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome. And well done, I might add. Nice to see you're safe. Please, let me take your things, sir.
I have a piping hot meal ready for you.
Shall I draw you a bath before you eat?
You okay? You seem shocked.
What? Why in Sailfall are you crying?
Don't tell me you got sick after all.
No, I just suddenly got hit by a wave of nostalgia. How come? I remembered how my family used to greet me. Just like this. Oh my. I'm sorry. I'll be fine. I promise.
Oh, there.
You think of us as your family? That's great. I couldn't keep my tears inside. The warmth I thought I lost so long ago, that I thought I'd never feel again, it was back. In that moment, I was completely surrounded by it. And little by little, it filled a forgotten hole in my chest. Good night to you, or good day. Whichever you prefer, I guess. Sweet dreams. Thanks, my lady. Coming to this world was one of the best things that could have happened to me. I'm happy here. Really happy.
Are you almost done?
Just a little longer.
In that case, perhaps I should go and wake Mr. Ryoma.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Thank you, my lady.
Huh? You really woke up early to cook this spread for us? Yes, but not by myself. Mother and the maids helped too. Because,
She has a bit of a favor to ask you, Ryoma.
I do. If you could please teach me how to play with my magic today. Of course. I did promise, after all.
Magic play? Sounds fun.
Right? So the reason you made breakfast was to ask me that? Kind of. Then I'll eat it all. Every bite. So, how is it? Tastes great. What a relief.
He's not kidding. It's really good.
Come on, it's harder to fail at cooking ham and eggs than it is to make it right.
Since you're still learning as well, is there anything that you'd like to be taught?
Magic-wise? Let's see. I'd really love to learn some attack magics.
Then I know just the instructor for you.
And that be me. Just say the word and I'll teach.
I really appreciate it, Mr. Camille. I'm ready to learn the proper way to play with magic. So, the types of magics you excel at are fire and ice, right, my lady? Yes. That's not problematic, is it? Well, those two aren't exactly the easiest to play with. Like, the only thing you can do with ice is make sculptures. As for fire, darkness. Just watch, you'll see what I mean. Little fire flower.
Oh, beautiful.
What did you think of that? It started off pretty, but there was this sad feeling by the end.
Yes, it's somehow sentimental.
Sparklers do tend to have that effect. Oh yeah, you use water magic too, so let's test the waters. I'll admit that it's not my strongest, but I'll at least try. Okay, now watch and learn. Right. Bubbly water. Breeze.
Oh, what an interesting trick.
Bubbly water magic's the real trick. It makes the water sticky so the bubbles form. I'll keep that in mind. Bubbly water! Breeze! Oh. Mine all broke apart so quickly, but yours are still up in the air. Try again, but picture sticky slimes this time. Well, not the slimes, but that gooey solution they create. Gooey stuff, right. Okay, bubbly water! And breeze. Wow, look at him go!
Well done, honey.
Yeah.
If you practice enough, you can do something like this, too. Bubbly water. Breeze, go! Oh, neat! Here, you too, my lady.
Wow, it must take a lot to break it.
That's because I put in some extra magic power that makes them stickier and harder to burst.
More power? I see.
You know, It looks like a giant slime that can float. Now she's really playing, just like I hoped she would.
There.
I know. What do you say we mix things up a little bit? I don't understand. Watch. Water. Wait. This technique allows you to change the shape of your water. You made a fish! And the skies at sea!
Marvelous.
As impressive as ever.
What's it like to be in that head of yours?
Well, my lady, what you think? I think I absolutely adore playing with my magic. Thanks for teaching me. Honestly, I'm just glad I could help.
Come on, you can do it.
I'm trying.
Shall we begin your lesson then?
Sure. Ready when you are.
You said you wanted to learn fire attack magic, right? Fire arrow! Anybody with a fire element would be familiar with this attack. It's useful, so it's also quite popular.
Let me try. Okay, now. Fire arrow!
That's amazing. Only one try and you got it. I guess we'll move on then.
Water shot! After fire arrow, Mr. Camille taught me water shot, rock bullet, ice arrow, stun arrow, and wind hammer. I also learned some defensive magic like firewall, water wall, wind shield, and last but not least, ice shield. This is great! So what's next?
Well, you already picked up every single magic attack I wanted to teach you today. So nothing's next.
If you're still eager to learn, I could teach you some space magic.
You don't mind?
No, not at all.
It looks like you're in luck.
You can say that again.
Now, please do tell, Mr. Ryoma, is Item Box the only kind of space magic that you're familiar with?
I also know teleport.
Would you be so kind as to demonstrate for us?
No problem. Teleport, go! So how was that?
Quite wonderful. I believe you're ready to take on intermediate space magic, meaning techniques like Dimension Home and Warp.
Wow, seriously?
Yes, I kid you not. Every kind of space magic is essentially the same in theory. So, for example, take Warp. As long as you have a solid mental image of your destination, you can travel as far as you wish, provided you have the magic energy for it.
Oh, yeah? I'm gonna try, right now.
Please do.
Here goes. Whoa! No way! I did it!
Yes, well done indeed. You've successfully cast Warp, so how does it feel?
It feels great! Thank you, Mr. Sabus!
Since you've got a knack for that, let's practice Dimension Home next.
Basically, Dimension Home magic turned out to be a step above Item Box. It creates a gigantic space that can hold much more stuff in comparison. Another way it's superior to Item Box is that there's air inside, which means it's capable of containing living things. If I can tote my slimes around in this thing, mastering it would be a huge help. Dimension Home. Hold on. Did I do it right?
My congratulations. Dimension Home is now in your arsenal.
Yes, now I can carry my slimes. Thank you so much.
You're living proof that hard work pays off. And I'm happy it did. My word, look at the time. It should be getting dark soon. Let us reconvene with the others.
Already?
Time does seem to fly when your concentration is completely occupied. Shall we?
Yeah.
Whoop, go! No, Morgan and I are not dating.
It's so comfortable. I may never move from this spot.
The next day, we climbed in carriages and went to pay the abandoned mine in North Gimel a visit. Our objective was to train the lady in monster combat skills.
The duty of every noble is to protect their land and its citizens. Be it bandits or monsters, it's our job to fight them whenever they rear their ugly heads.
Does that include your daughter?
Of course. It's expected of anybody who's born into the ducal line.
Combat training is only the beginning of it. There's etiquette, economics. So many responsibilities come along with the title of being Duke.
And she's learning it all? Yes. Once we return home from our trip, I'll be attending school at the royal capital to further my studies there.
I see. When that time comes, I guess we'll have to part ways. Dimension home.
Alrighty, you two kiddos. Are you ready?
Yes, quite. Yes.
Let's go.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do in there.
Good luck. Be careful.
We'll be awaiting your safe return.
While we were busy training the lady, Duke Reinhardt and his group went to a different part of the mine to investigate how bad the monster infestation in the shafts had become. Depending on how severe their findings are, they may or may not choose to issue a quest at the Adventurers Guild.
That's right. The Duke and his father are really strong. The Madam is as well, so they basically just keep us guards around as an extra line of defense.
If it's the kind of monster that lives in a mine, those three will take it down without breaking a sweat.
Meaning if you were worried about them, you can stop. But if you have to worry about yourselves.
True. Speaking of worrisome things, though it doesn't apply here since these mines were a place where people worked, there are labyrinths like this chock full of all sorts of traps. So the Duke keeps scouts such as myself around to sniff out said traps. This should go without saying, but try not to get too far ahead of us.
Understood. You got it. A praying mantis, but it's huge.
That's a cave mantis for you.
Talk about an enormous pain in the you-know-what.
It is? So it's dangerous?
Well, I wouldn't say that. But they breed quickly, so if you come across one, you can expect to see at least 30 more, unfortunately.
You're up. Time to shine.
Okay.
Their arm attacks are a bit on the fast side. Be wary of that. Don't forget we're in a cave, so no fire magic. The smoke has no place to go.
I'll remember.
Fast enough. I want you to focus on how accurate your aim is for the next one.
Okay, I'll do my best. Way to knock them dead. Thanks.
I was gonna say it's Ryoma's turn, but now I'm not so sure. Is 4 too many for a rookie to take?
I'll find out. I know you can do it.
Don't push yourself, though.
I won't. Physical hardening.
Takes more than tight spaces to slow Ryoma down. My lady, these bug types are resilient. Till you've managed to destroy its head, don't let your guard down.
Right. Thus, we continued our monster hunt through the mine shaft with the lady and I making quick work of all the cave mantises we encountered.
Nice. I think that'll do. Let's start heading back.
Oh wow! A real-life metal slime! There's actually metal slime? I'm going to catch it! Ice shield, go! Ice shield! There's nowhere left to run! That wasn't so hard. You're a pro now. Hurry and enter a contract with it. I caught it for you. Take it. Huh? It's a
for? Hurry and enter a contract with it.
Oh, right. Good idea.
I see. So there was a nest of cave mantises in your mine shaft.
Just like there was a nest of cave bats in ours. Which means, issuing a quest through the Adventurers Guild is the best course of action to take.
I agree.
You're a heavy one. I'd wager that's because you probably eat metal. The red soil. I think the color's due to oxidized iron. The iron ore may be depleted, but there might still be some iron left. Right. Using alchemy, I separated the iron from the soil. Isolate. I also took out the oxygen, which was causing the rust. Combine. Consolidate. Not too bad.
Whoa, what kind of magic was that?
Splendid kind!
Is that the alchemy you mentioned before?
Yes, it is. I thought there might be iron, since the metal slime would have to eat some, right?
That's the very first non-fraudulent use of alchemy I've ever seen.
You learn something new every day.
Creative. That's our Ryoma.
This iron! I'm amazed by how pretty it is. It's just like a mirror.
That reminds me. I nearly forgot. There's somebody I've been meaning to introduce you to, Ryoma.
Really? The person he wanted to introduce me to was at a shop called Morgan Trading Company, so that's where we went next. Here it is.
I see. Indeed. I never dreamed I would encounter one. Never. But a true alchemist is right before my eyes.
Please, there's no need for all that.
These items you've created, I mean, who would have thought to make waterproof cloth? Sir Reinbach, I know why you came here, and am honored to be the merchant you thought of, which is why I, Serge Morgan, will take full responsibility for selling these fine goods.
Thank you. If marketed correctly, they should raise substantial profits.
Excuse me.
Huh?
I'd rather people not know that I'm the one making these things.
Oh, and why's that?
If word gets out Ryoma's an alchemist, some might suspect fraud. Alchemists aren't exactly known for their immaculate reputations.
And there's also his age to consider.
If people were to learn of his skills, there are those who would seek to kidnap him and use him for their own nefarious exploits.
Also, I want to ensure Ryoma receives all profits.
What? That's a little too kind.
Without the inventor, the products wouldn't exist. Do you follow me?
It's natural you'd take it all.
Don't be modest. It's the money that you've earned.
And our family isn't hurting for money at the moment.
Thank you. I say it a lot, but I mean it.
Oh, and Serge is as trustworthy as they come, so your merchandise will be in good hands.
Right. I guess I should thank you, too.
It's my pleasure. Feel free to visit again. My door will always be open for you.
So many wonderful people. They welcome me home, they worry about me, and they honestly have my best interest at heart. This must be what true happiness feels like.
In conclusion, after the ducal family completed their investigation, everyone that had any involvement with embezzling the funds for the pit toilets was arrested.
You're wonderful!
Wow, not bad for a duke.
Right? Point is, it's a done deal, so stop worrying about it. The thing I do want you to worry about is your next job. You're hunting monsters in the abandoned mines.
The mines, huh?
Like the North Gemo mines?
Yes.
Are there any tough monsters in there?
The only strength they have is their numbers. But we also don't know the extent of what's down there, so work as a team to get this done. Tomorrow morning, we head out.
Right. Yes,
Sounds good. Really good.
And just like that, I took on my second mission with the Adventurers Guild. I don't want to be a burden to the others, so I'm gonna try and stay as focused as possible. Very good.
Question. What do you intend to do with those samples?
An experiment. The metal slime's super hard, so it should hold up against physical attacks fairly well. What I don't know is how much other things affect it, so I'm gonna try and find out.
Interesting. Of course. I don't really want it to injure itself. The point is to observe the slime's reactions. Okay, we'll start with the poison slime sample. Doesn't seem to have a problem. Huh. Let's see if sticky slime solution affects it. That's 2 for 2. Then how about the acid kind? Safe to say it doesn't care for that one. Since acid's known to melt metal, that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I think that's enough experiments for one day. I'm sorry I scared you. Whoa. You can mold it like clay. I guess I can. Oh, Ryoma! Yoo-hoo!
Ryoma! If you're ready to go, then let's hit it.
Come on! Coming! Be down in a jiffy! Thanks for making us faster. You don't have to thank me. Just slay the monsters and come back. I'll try. I will. Good luck on your hunt. And above all else, be careful.
The good news is we know what we're up against in these mine shafts. Cave mantises,
This here is a cave mantis.
along with cave bats.
They're essentially rats with wings.
Oh yeah, there are small rats as well.
You see how horrifying they are?
All 3 of these are weak enough on their own. Problem is, we're expecting to encounter a large horde. Bottom line, don't get too cocky and let your guard down.
Nice. So you were promoted to rank F?
I was. It happened after that last job. Never thought cleaning toilets would earn me a promotion. Hard work is what earned you that promotion.
It's true, but why are you saying it with that face? Anyway, if you do as well on this hunt as you did in those pits, I'm sure you'll go up another rank.
Ryoma always does his best.
Seems we have to split up. Our group will continue down the right-hand path.
You better watch your backs, okay? Both of you.
Please save your concern. I don't know the meaning of the word negligence.
Good luck. May there be enough to go around.
Thank you. I sure hope so. Just out of curiosity, how many slimes do you have now? Let's see, for sticky slimes, I have 728 of those. Then I have 323 poison slimes, and 211 acid slimes last I checked. There's 3,033 scavenger slimes now, 11 cleaner slimes, 2 healing slimes, 1 metal slime, and last but not least, 1 ordinary slime, which makes 4,310.
That is quite a number.
An outrageous number.
I didn't know how much they grew in the very beginning. You must be a very talented tamer to control so many. As talented a tamer as they come.
Okay, why do you keep looking at him like he's made of catnip?
Could you tell me something else?
Of course. What is it you want to know?
Weapons. What kind are you proficient at utilizing?
My weapon of choice is a bow and arrow. I can also use daggers or fight unarmed. And I can use attack magic.
Then, do you mind concentrating on the flying monsters when we come across them? Attack spells would definitely help, and no one else here uses them.
Just leave it to me. I actually have a few attack spells at my disposal, but beastkin magic energy tends to be on the low side. I may not be able to use any attack spells, but I'll provide you with healing magic whenever you may need it. Oh, right! Here they come!
Let's go! We've got monsters to hunt down!
Right!
No challenge at all.
Well, it's a cave full of rats and mantises. Only a novice would have a hard time fighting them off.
The types of monsters Jeff finds challenging are trouble. It'd be a catastrophe if any of those uglies came our way.
Come on. We can walk and talk at the same time. So let's get moving.
Yeah, fair enough.
What's wrong?
There's a throng of cave bats straight ahead.
Every last bit of the ceiling is covered.
So you can detect them too?
Well, I lived in a forest for 3 years, so I'm fairly attuned to these things. Oh, man, cave bats always come in big groups, huh? That's what makes them a pain.
I wish we could take them all out at once.
So, would you care if I conduct a quick experiment?
Seriously?
I'm dead serious, and if this works, I might be able to grant your wish. Oh yeah? Meow so! With magic, of course. A type called sound bomb. Sound bomb magic, you say? That's not a type I'm familiar with.
Can you tell us what it's like?
It's easier to show than explain. First thing, though, is putting up something to shield you from harm. Soundproof barrier! Wow! Something to shield us from harm, huh? Just what is he planning? Okay. Sound bomb attack, go! Nice. Coast is clear. That's what I call a success.
I'd say so. So you knocked them out with a huge blast of sound. It's named appropriately, that's for sure. Impressive.
That's because Ryomia's the best.
Again? Never mind.
All right. Your turn, big sticky slimes. Now, maximize.
Whoa, they're huge.
Yeah.
Quite imposing for slimes, aren't they? Break apart. I'm surprised they can eat so much.
Will they multiply again?
And thus, our monster hunt within the mines went about as smoothly as it could. Then, around midday or so, we headed back outside to take a little break.
There's nothing like the fresh taste of freedom.
What, are you a prisoner now?
Is something going on that we don't know?
I need everyone's attention, please! This is urgent!
Huh?
Bad news, I'm afraid. A party encountered a pack of goblins deep down in the mines, and they got pretty beat up.
Goblins.
This is what a goblin looks like.
Based on the intel that we gathered, we believe there may be a sizable goblin village with well over 500 inhabitants.
Bad news is right.
If we don't crush them fast, their numbers will only grow.
That's why, as of this moment, we're starting an operation to eliminate them.
Morgan wasn't kidding. The goblins were very deep in the mines. But since we had an idea of where they were located, we strategized a way of placing adventurers at each surrounding mine shaft in order to block the goblins' escape. Then the operation commenced. Goblins, goblins, go away! Come again another day! We dug a trench using earth magic and made a lethal moat with the help of my acid slimes in there. Well, acid. And if they made it over the trench, they were promptly shot down with attack magic and arrows laced with slime poison.
Brace yourselves for another wave! Sir!
Working together, the adventurers took the horde of goblins head-on in their very own domain.
You said there'd only be 500 of them. I lost count after the first 1,000.
This is clawful. The arrows.
It's no use. There's way more than we thought. We're running out of arrows.
Jeez, how many more are there?
The acid slimes aren't digesting the goblins fast enough. Here, I'll get you healed up right away.
Oh, so this must be the healing slime I heard about. I've been a monster researcher for a while, but this is my first time seeing one. Oh, right. I still need to get you to safety first. Warp!
You've got to be kidding me right now!
This isn't good.
You can say that again.
Everyone! I've got a plan to keep the goblins at bay!
You do?
Come on, let's go! Meow. I'm using sound bomb!
We need to fall back!
It's about to get loud in here!
Move, hurry!
That goes for you too!
Right!
Everybody, make sure to keep your ears covered! Soundproof barrier. Now get ready for a sound bomb! All right, everybody. Time to put our training to the test and show those goblins what we're made of.
got all of them?
I'd wager there must have been 2,000 at least.
The very least. Meaning all of us are getting big fat rewards.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Who is this?
The head honcho.
So he acts as the Goblin's commander?
And he's not alone. Those things are hobgoblins, right?
A whole bunch of hobgoblins. The commander. All right, slimes assemble! I wonder if it can withstand the weight of an elephant.
It's still eating. You're gonna get fat.
It's already big enough as it is. I guess that about does it for the cleanup.
I would be shocked if any of them got away.
And we've successfully transported out all of our injured.
Good. Now we should get going ourselves, right?
Oh, one last thing before we go. I promise that this won't take long. Just gather round.
Okay.
What for?
Hey, you guys want something new to clean? Then come here. Get scrubbing. That tickles!
Hello there.
It's cleaning all the grime off.
And with minimal effort, or so it seems. This can't be real. Goblin grime stains almost never come out, but they're washing all of it away.
I thought the stench was in my clothes permanently, so I was gonna throw them out when I got home. Yeah, same here.
Who knew such a helpful slime existed?
I didn't, but consider me enlightened now.
Ryomia and his slime saved the day! You know, if you ever got into the laundry business, you'd make a fortune.
Whoa! Simply astonishing!
What's astonishing? Did you find a new monster?
It's your slimes. Just look at them. Both of them have begun casting high heal spells.
What? They have? Well, that's certainly an evolution I wasn't expecting.
Huh. It may have to do with the amount of times they've used heal. Whatever the reason, it sure is expediting things.
I'm glad to... Huh?
You saved us! How can we ever repay you? So you're controlling all those slimes? That's amazing! I doubt we would have won if it wasn't for you and your slimy little pals. Yeah, your healing slimes helped my brother fully recover! Thank you!
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for your kind words.
Would you look at that? He might seem like a polite little boy, but he's a full-fledged adventurer through and through.
Yeah.
Great work today, everybody! I know the Goblin Village wasn't anticipated, and the Goblin Commander was even more unexpected. Therefore, you're all getting a raise for this job.
That's amazing!
Now go home and get some rest. You deserve it.
About your healing slimes? Just wondering, but do they have the same kind of appetite as the others?
They only drink water, so no.
Their diet consists of water?
But how do they survive if that's all they consume?
Photosynthesis. Just like plants do. They make their own nutrients by absorbing the sun's light.
Ah, slimes that live the same way as plants. Interesting. I didn't know monsters could do that.
How ferocious are your healing slimes? They're actually really weak. Doubt they could even beat a normal slime in a fight. That's quite weak, all right. I think that's why people don't come across healing slimes very often. Even if they somehow manage to appear, their odds of surviving are slim. Makes sense to me.
Although I may not be well-versed in taming magic, I've heard that the more monsters you possess, the more difficult it is to keep them under control. You have come to command an astounding number of slimes, Ryoma. Does that not raise your evaluation at the Tamers Guild?
I only just registered with them, so I have no achievements on record. Plus, they don't care for slimes, since tamers are judged by their monster's strength.
I don't find that the least bit surprising. There are many who deem slimes worthless. It's a terrible misconception and utter shame.
That's crazy. I don't know much about tamers, but I do know Ryoma and his slimes are awesome in every way.
Ah, yes. Well, if only people weren't blinded by the biases they have, they'd see what you see and Ryoma would get the praise he deserves.
Need a break? I could take the reins for a little bit if you do.
If anyone needs a break, I would definitely say it's you. I know you're tough, but aren't you tired?
Kinda. Fighting off goblins really takes it out of you, huh? Especially when it's unexpected.
Yeah, we're normally much more prepared for jobs like that. Today was what you'd call a fluke.
A fluke? Yeah, I guess so.
We still have a fair ways to go, you know. Why don't you try and get some sleep?
You drive a hard bargain, but okay. I'm so glad I came to this world. No matter who I meet, they're always nice to me. It's the complete opposite of how it was on Earth. But I'm still the same old me. I haven't changed at all. I was sick and tired of having to deal with people on Earth. So I hid away in the forest. If I hadn't met the Jamil family, I might never have left. Heck, I'd still be there today. They allowed me to travel with them, gave me shelter and plenty of food. If I needed it, they provided. It was kind of a dream come true. But am I relying on them too much? Is it right for me to keep depending on the ducal family like I have been? I'm not sure it is.
Meow! Bye for meow!
Good night! Thank you for the lift!
And the nap! You'd make a fortune doing laundry! I'm for real!
She really thinks I could?
You took on 2,000 goblins?
And you're sure you're not hurt? I promise you I'm fine. Just like everybody else is. We beat them without a single casualty.
That's fantastic news.
What's even more fantastic news is that I think we wiped out most of the monsters.
How wonderful. Your diligence has paid off once again.
Also, there's one more thing that we need to discuss.
What's this? Mr. Ryoma, what's wrong?
Elia? Okay, let's talk.
Thank you. It's about a decision I made recently. You've all helped me so much, and I'm grateful for it. Truly and deeply grateful. However, from now on, I want to try and support myself. I need to separate from you. You've done. I'd prefer if I didn't mooch off you.
But you're not!
There are so many things. The baptism, registering at the guild. You all got me where I am today. It's been great. Too great. I feel like your hospitality is spoiling me. So now, it's time for me to take a step back.
What in the world are you boys doing?
Shh. I understand, but just so we're clear, this separation isn't going to last forever, right?
Huh? Now don't get the wrong idea. I love your family way too much to make this permanent. I just want to retrain myself, rely on my own capabilities. That's all.
Well then, when you're ready to come back, know you'll be welcome.
But Mother, you don't care if he leaves?
You'll be leaving us as well when you go to school. Ryoma just wants to spread his wings a little bit. Although, he's still so young to fly the nest. 11-year-olds are allowed to be dependent. It's fine. Especially for somebody like Ryoma. He deserves to be spoiled.
Don't be like that, Elise. We had a feeling that this day was coming.
I know we did.
What feeling? So you knew?
I wouldn't say knew, but we did anticipate you'd have a desire to live by yourself eventually.
Really?
You're a talented child, and we've seen others just like you.
We knew you were wise beyond your years when you registered in search of work as soon as you arrived in an unfamiliar town, not to mention how diligent you were in doing so. You did this as if it were completely natural. Which is exactly why your request to venture out on your own is something we all have been expecting.
Everyone but me. I never even dreamed this might happen.
However, I don't think we realized just how soon you'd leave us.
We won't try and persuade you to stay here. We just hope we can persuade you to take it easy. Oftentimes, excess effort leads to waste, not results.
Right.
Very well then. You may go now. But before that actually happens, we would like to set a few conditions.
Huh?
The first being you have to update us with a letter on a regular basis.
Will do.
The second condition is every once in a while you have to pay us a visit.
Sure. Thirdly, don't hesitate to ask us for help should the need ever arise. This one's the most vital, okay?
Right. I'll remember.
Ryoma. I'm truly sad to see you go. And I respect and understand why you're choosing to leave us. But still, I must insist that you agree to one additional condition before you go. Promise we'll meet again in 3 years' time. Then, once again in 6 years. Huh? In 6 years, I'll graduate from school, but the 3-year mark is important too. Students get a long vacation then, so it'd be the perfect time to meet up. I know it's a fairly long ways off from now. I'll concentrate on my studies in the meantime, though. And maybe I'll even get a little bit better with my magic.
I'm sure you will. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try and get better myself, just like you.
So we're in agreement then. If you forget for some reason or another, I will be very angry with you.
I'll do my best to make sure that doesn't happen.
How hard is it to say you promise you won't forget?
Oh, and before I forget, there is one last thing.
What haven't we covered?
For the remainder of our stay in Gimul, you'll reside in this inn with us.
But I can't. I feel like...
This isn't your decision to make.
If I stay here, I'll still be relying on you.
I beg to differ.
Yes, I think you'll be fine.
I don't see a problem.
Neither do I.
I do.
Try looking again.
But
It's our final condition, so you have to agree to it.
Right. I guess I'm staying here then.
Great. What delightful news.
You can say that again.
While we're on the topic, how long will you be in Gimel anyway?
I suppose it must have slipped our minds.
We intend to stay in town until the time of the Growl Frog outbreak.
Frog outbreak? Hold on just a second. Growl frogs are the ones whose hides are used in making armor, right?
And in addition to that, their organs are used to make top-notch medicine.
Wow.
Every year, without fail, they show up in droves at a lake not too far from here.
So you want to fight them for combat training?
Not combat training. Our real targets are actually the Lemur birds that arrive at the same time as the frogs. We still call it the Grell Frog outbreak, though.
What is a Lemur bird? This. Its feathers sure are beautiful.
And their songs are equally beautiful. Their speed is another trait that makes people want them. The thing is, they're very tricky to catch, so not many tamers have had much luck with that. They're a rarity, to say the least.
Not during the outbreak, though. They almost cover the whole lake.
Sounds like something to see.
You'll be able to if you accompany us when we go.
Yes, I think it'd be a good opportunity for you, Mr. Ryoma.
All right. You don't have to twist my arm for this.
How wonderful. We are going to have so much fun, you'll see.
Yeah, I bet. Can't wait.
So tell me, Ryoma, since you're not depending on us anymore, what are you planning to do?
First off, I'd like to live in Gimel as an adventurer for a while. I'll establish connections and continue to train in the process. And I might even start my own business.
What kind?
Well, I was thinking of starting a laundry service. With the help of the cleaner slimes, that is. If I say I can clean stains as tough as goblin grime in my advertisements, I think I can make enough money to pay for necessities, so...
You surely will.
Have you been eavesdropping this whole time?
I know what this looks like, but not all of us are to blame. It was Camille's idea.
Hey, don't try and pin this entire thing on me. I'm confident your laundry service will be a fruitful endeavor.
Wow, that's encouraging.
If you all knew the amazing amount of stuff that gets tossed by adventurers because the icky grammar awful smell won't come out, you'd understand what a godsend your business will be. Much cheaper to clean than buy new gear.
You'd save them a fortune while making your own.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
That's very interesting. Ryoma, you should discuss this with Serge at the Morgan Trading Company. He'll make sure you start on the right foot.
Okay.
Well then, since you'll be looking for work anyway, would you mind taking on a job for us?
Sure, what kind?
The kind that would have you managing the mines with the time you have in between managing your new business and your Adventurer Guild missions. You'd only have to check it periodically, so it doesn't turn into a monster's den.
Gotcha. That won't be any trouble. It won't be trouble for me, but somehow I'm still troubling them and getting their help despite being independent. Oh well. I know I'm always telling you this, but thank you. I should be happy that these people care about me as much as they do. It's a good thing. A very good thing. The next day, the lady and I went to Morgan Trading Company to discuss my business venture with Mr. Serge.
Oh. Magnificent! Goblin grime completely vanished in a matter of mere seconds. Cleaner slimes. Who knew such a creature existed? Yet another splendid idea from that wonderfully brilliant mind of yours.
I'm not that brilliant. Don't be so modest, Mr. Ryoma. This is one compliment you truly deserve.
Indeed. I can practically see the piles of money you'll be raking in.
Huh? Mr. Serge?
I was just thinking how smart it would be if you went ahead and registered with the Merchants Guild.
The Merchants Guild?
Yes. I know your business is up and coming, and they don't endorse establishments that can barely make ends meet, but there's not a doubt in my mind that your cleaning service will have the slightest bit of trouble achieving a decent profit.
Oh, wow. You really think it'd make a decent profit? Way more than decent, I guarantee it.
I suggest you register as soon as possible, just so that they don't cause trouble for you further on down the road. There's no time like the present, as they say, so why don't we go and do it now?
Sure. You don't mind coming too?
Although I'm older, I can still get out and about. I simply cannot get over how amazing this laundry service idea is. So much money! Just wait, you'll see for yourself. And whatever you need, I, Serge Morgan, will be there to assist you in any way that I can.
A little dramatic, but it's still nice of him to offer. Thanks, Mr. Serge. That's a comforting thought.
We need to make money too.
We could be made idols.
Ooh.
What is it? Strange.
My name's Ryoma Takebayashi, and I've come here in hopes of registering with the Merchants Guild. Whatever guidance you have, I will gladly receive it all with open ears and an open mind.
And you may call me Glazella. In case you didn't connect the dots, I'm the guildmaster for the Gimmel branch. So you'd like to open a laundry service, eh?
That's right.
And you expect to pull in so much money that you'd get in trouble if you didn't register now?
Yes, well, better safe than sorry.
I have to admit I like the way your mind works, Ryoma. And this slime you have, it's so rare that its breed is unknown. This is good. Yes, it's very good.
She seems to like it as much as we do. She does. What a relief.
Like is an understatement. I love it so much I want to get you registered as soon as we can.
Let's also determine the store's physical location.
Just waltz in here and work an old lady ragged, why don't you? Not that I mind it. Ah, this should be the perfect place, I think. Bet you'll agree once you see it. It's a bit of a fixer-upper, but that just means it's cheap.
Whoa, I didn't think it'd be so big.
This building used to serve as an inn, a bar, and a warehouse, but that was well before the fire. It's been abandoned for quite some time now.
It's in a residential area that's close to the Adventurers Guild. It's also just a hop, skip, and a jump from the industrial district. This place really is perfect for me. So you're thinking of getting it? Hard not to. It's a great location. I should be set for success once I clean it up and build the actual shop. All right, I'll make it work. Mr. Serge, consider this place sold.
Very well. I'll make sure all the paperwork for this gets taken care of.
You'd really do that?
Of course. Why wouldn't I when you're paying me a nice commission fee? And since you're obviously new to this, I'd like to loan you some of my employees to help you get started.
Huh?
What's with the face? They're professional supervisors, so they'll handle management for you.
But...
Mr. Ryoma, delegating the day-to-day management duties is simply standard procedure.
Kinda like how the manager of a restaurant franchise is a hired employee, not the owner.
Huh?
Restaurant franchise? Please forget I said that.
Besides, if your intention was to manage everything, I would have to advise against it, since I don't believe you're suited for such a role.
Why?
I can clearly read your emotions as if you were an open book.
Is that seriously how transparent I am?
Given your age, I suppose you mask your feelings better than your peers, but you're going to be dealing with crafty merchants who will try to take advantage of you.
Didn't think of that. Too bad the poker face I had in my previous life didn't carry over. I understand. I'll use your guys instead. One more thing. I'd like to buy supplies from you. Considering the mess this place is in, I'll need a lot.
Ah, but of course. Together, let's turn this trash heap into a treasure trove.
It's a deal. Needless to say, we got off to a very smooth start. What began as a dream was turning into a reality faster than I ever thought it could. First thing I did was have the scavenger slimes eat the overgrown weeds. Meanwhile, the acid slimes ate away at the abandoned building. I planned for the shop to be 2 stories high with a basement level below. One other thing I included was a dormitory for the employees to live in. Create block, go! Now, pavement! Nice! That covers all of the foundation work. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you lending a hand.
Don't mention it. Especially if you're gonna mention something along the lines of, oh no, I'm relying on these people yet again. Helping friends is second nature. And we are your friends, right?
Correct answer's yes. So don't think you're overly relying on us. You're our friend, and we wanted to help. All there is to it.
That really means a lot, guys.
It really shouldn't, though, because it's natural, just like I said.
Oh,
Lighten up.
Hand me the apron, Celia.
Right.
A white paint job's gonna look pretty bland.
White means clean, and cleanliness is key for the outside of a laundry service.
That's right. Colors are nice, but white looks clean, and that's what I want.
Yep. The stuff inside is gonna be just as clean as the stuff outside.
Ryoma, I heard you got bumped to rank E for that monster hunt we did up in the mines.
Yeah, thanks to all of you.
You were perhaps the most useful person on the entire team. But this laundry thing? It's gonna take you places. Just wait and see.
No, this is also thanks to you.
Meow.
I'm gonna be first in line as soon as this place opens. I have a mountain of laundry at home. But you're just this bad, right, Laban?
Yes. Once people learn what Ryoma's cleaner slimes can do, that line just might be wrapped around the block. I'm 100% positive business will be booming.
That'd be nice if you're right.
You'll do just fine. You've already got 7 guaranteed repeat customers right here.
Thanks in advance, then.
I also heard you're mainly doing this because you want to be able to support yourself. Bold move turning down the Duke's family.
You're crazy. I'd love it if someone fed me with a silver spoon.
Although, you must admit his way of thinking is impressive. I do, and I respect it.
Listen, everybody. The building isn't going to paint itself, so less talking, more working, please.
Well said, Celia.
Bamboo Forest Laundry Service? So, what does that mean?
My last name is Takebayashi. That's what it's based on. In the town I grew up in, Take means bamboo, and Bayashi means forest.
Oh, that makes a little more sense. I mean, I'm still confused, but it sounds good at least.
Just a thought, but I think the outside looks a little bit too dull.
Does it?
It's fixable. A few flowers here and there would do wonders.
You know what? Great idea.
I've walked on grass plenty of times, but never planted it.
I can't believe you're not even a little tired. You've been working around the clock.
This is nothing. Compared to the last place I worked, I may as well be on vacation.
So then, did you feel overworked at this previous job?
Yes, sometimes. But seeing the finished products gave me a small sense of accomplishment. Oh yeah, the compliments clients gave me were another gratifying aspect.
So what kind of work were you doing to receive all of these lovely client compliments?
I can't exactly tell her I was a system engineer or programmer. A couple things. I had to carry stuff for one job, and another required me to make a type of doll.
You make dolls?
Yes, and I still can, so I could make one for you too.
I would love that! If you have time to do it, of course.
Oh no. The ones I worked on were designed with boys in mind, not girls. It'd be kind of inappropriate. I, forgot something.
You'll remember it eventually.
Just don't get your hopes up about the doll.
A grand opening party?
Well, since the shop is almost complete, I thought it might be nice to invite everybody who had a hand in working on it to come check it out before the official opening. I'll have food and drink for people to partake in, and we'll celebrate a little.
I'm all for a celebration.
Glad to hear it, since it's also a thank you to my friends that helped me.
You okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I was thinking of stopping by that church, though.
Gotcha. You go, and I'll walk the lady home.
I'll see you later, Mr. Ryoma.
See ya.
been a long time, Ryoma. Well, a long time by your standards, not mine.
Kufo! Where are Gain and Lulutia?
I guess they had other plans. Oh, that's right. They're both currently visiting the world you're from.
They're on Earth? Is it for a transfer?
Oh, no, nothing like that. They're just, sightseeing. Lulutia's eating her heart out.
I don't know what to try first.
And Gain fell head over heels for a J-pop girl group.
No, I love you!
Okay, sure.
Sailfall isn't exactly renowned for its entertainment, right? I actually went to Earth too. I was feeling adventurous the other day and decided to have some fun. Oh, I saw the Amazon, the Sahara Desert, the deep seas, even Atlantis. It was unbelievably awesome.
I could have sworn you said Atlantis, but it's not real.
Time's up so soon?
That was quick. Like, really quick.
I wonder if it's because Gain and Lulutia aren't here. Before you go, listen up. You should know your mind is being affected by your younger body. You're going through infantile regression.
Huh?
Training and keeping yourself in tip-top shape is good, but don't overdo it, okay?
Hey, wait! So my kid body is somehow having an effect on my mind? Infantile regression.
I can clearly read your emotions as if you were an open book.
It kind of makes sense, though. I'm experiencing more emotions than I ever felt during my time on Earth, and it explains why I can't pull off a decent poker face anymore. Thanks for your divine advice, Kufo. I'll be back. It's already this late? I should get home before the lady starts to worry. Come on, feet. My days were getting busier, but they were also getting more rewarding. And with the laundry business grand opening fast approaching, that wouldn't be changing anytime soon. Bamboo Forest Laundry Service, or My Laundry Service, was just about to open, so I wanted to throw a party to celebrate the occasion. I invited every single person who helped me out. It was my way of giving back and thanking them for their kindness.
We'd love to go. That sounds lovely. I may be old, but I can still party.
Great! It should be fun.
Are we there yet?
Yes, it's just right around the corner here. The building with the flowers.
Even goblin grime.
Cleaned for cheap, huh?
What's with the name Bamboo Forest Laundry Service, though?
Nice. I think this'll be perfect. How's it coming? You okay? Yes, nearly ready to go. All that's left is to wait for it to bake. Then we're right on track with everything. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without your help. Every party needs snacks, so I'm very grateful. Of course, we're more than happy to help.
If you ever need any assistance, please don't hesitate to ask us.
Especially if it's for something fun like planning a party, okay?
You hear that? Mr. Serge is back!
A very impressive shop.
And an 11-year-old built this whole place from the ground up, you say?
Age is quite irrelevant in this boy's case. Try not to judge by appearances. The world's much bigger to those with open minds.
Right.
And although he's been staying with the ducal family,
Mr. Serge! Welcome! Glad you're here!
I'm amazed by what you've done with the place. Top-notch, Ryoma.
Hard work pays off. Hi there. You must be my new recruits.
Yes, they are indeed. I'd call them assistants before recruits, though.
Greetings. My name is Carla Norrad.
Hello. My name is Callum Norrad.
Ryoma Takebayashi. It's a pleasure to meet you both. And I'm Eliaria Jamil. I helped out with the preparations for the party today. Nice to know you're here to help as well.
Of course. My brother and I are at your service.
Whatever you need, we shall do our best to provide.
They're young, but they know their stuff. They served as sub-manager and deputy sub-manager at the Luian branch of my own company.
Wow!
If anyone is suited to get your business on the right track, it's these two.
Wonderful. Allow me to show you how the workflow will operate here. Follow me, please. First thing, we request that every one of our customers purchase a sack to hold the laundry we'll be cleaning. There are several sizes, and they can use it as many times as they want.
Right.
How much they're charged depends on what size sack they use. The larger the sack, the larger their laundry fee.
Right.
Now, once you've accepted their payment and taken their laundry, the next thing you do is give them a reception tag like this one. They'll need it so they can claim their order once it's ready.
Right.
As soon as you get a sack, please put it in here. This is the room where the cleaner slimes will operate. Oh, have you two been told what those are?
Actually, we have. They're slimes that eat grime.
Precisely. Do either of you have any questions so far?
We have a few regarding this new breed of slime. Does it really clean as well as they say?
And how should we dry the laundry after it gets washed?
That's how it's done. Just put the laundry back in the sack, then return it to the customer.
So these slimes are capable of cleaning any and all grime?
I haven't found a reason to suggest otherwise as of now. But that said, I would still like you to double-check everything before returning it, please.
Understood.
As for drying, the process doesn't involve water, so there isn't a need to. Guess it's misleading to call it laundry. Just some slimes having a meal.
We understand now.
So that's how everything works. You keeping up okay?
As well as we can, thanks.
All right, then. Well, any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me.
We'll do that.
I wonder if they don't approve since it's not a typical way of doing laundry. They both strike me as very professional. Maybe they think this kind of work is beneath them. Employees are the only ones allowed back here. If you see a customer, please direct them elsewhere. This side, there's a dressing room should you need it. There's also a break area and office, and a restroom as well. You'll find the kitchen over here.
We understand.
These are the dorms. You two are the first to live here, so choose whichever room you like.
Understood.
Hey! I didn't know they'd all be so punctual. Oh well. So, I'm throwing this party. Would either of you mind giving me a hand with it?
We can do that.
Here, for you. Drink up. Thanks, my lady. I will. This reminds me of those office speeches I sometimes had to do in the morning. Hardly anyone ever listened. Everyone, thank you for coming. I'm hoping Bamboo Forest Laundry will be successful. Your presence makes me feel it will. They just grew up so fast.
Oh, stop acting like you're his mother.
This wouldn't have been possible without you. And I mean everyone. So thank you. I mean it more than words can say. So, I tried saying it with food instead. Please feel free to help yourselves. It's not much, but hopefully you'll find it to your liking. To happiness. Cheers!
Cheers! This is great. Well done.
Congrats, Ryoma. Thank you, my lady. If it's fish, I'll take the whole plate.
This is good. I'm going back for seconds. How'd a dirty hag like you get an invite, huh?
Who are you calling dirty? Yes, I'm a self-proclaimed hag, but I'm the furthest thing from dirty. If anyone knows that word's meaning, it would be you.
There's no need to bring up the past every time you and I happen to meet, okay?
No, please go on. Why does he know the meaning of the word dirty?
Well, Maylene, believe it or not, once on a mission, this whippersnapper...
Enough! Please stop talking! Maylene, go get some food while the line's down.
Fine. See you later.
Good grief. Hey.
What now? Can I talk?
What's your honest opinion of Ryoma's business? You think it'll thrive?
There's not a doubt in my mind.
Really?
Yes, although I don't know exactly how well it will do, I'm confident he'll stay in business.
Aren't you gonna give him some tips or something?
He has a good head on his shoulders, so I'm perfectly content just watching from the sidelines. For now, at least. However, if he came to me directly seeking advice, I wouldn't be opposed to giving it. You'd better keep close watch over him, too. You hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
It appears he's earned the trust of everyone in attendance.
Yes, it does.
That's really kind of you.
Such helpful creatures.
They really are.
Yes, nice and flaky. They look as good as they smell. So do Greinhardt. Did you like all of the food?
Yes, very much. I enjoyed every bite.
That's hard to believe. Your palate's more refined. What I served is nothing like noble party food. Did I say something wrong?
Not wrong. Although I should probably fill you in.
Fill me in?
The rich may eat it, but sometimes they have poor taste.
What do you know? I guess even nobles have their fair share of problems. I am one fat cat, for real. Coming was a very good choice.
I think I'm gonna need you to roll me home, Mia.
Everyone, look! Dessert is finally ready! There's dessert!
Yeah, always room for that.
I'm gonna get a mouthful!
Looks delicious!
I'm glad they're enjoying themselves. This is great. It was over before I knew it, but it was a success nonetheless. Mr. Callum, Miss Carla, thank you both for all you've done today.
Of course.
So, tomorrow's opening day, and it'd be great if you could be here to help me with it. But I understand if you'd rather not.
Now that you mention it, we've discussed this. If staying here with you is a good fit for us.
And we both want to work here.
You're positive?
Yes, we definitely had strong concerns at first. A laundry service done by slimes, and run by an 11-year-old no less. But then...
You made every worry we had disappear. The shop, your bright and friendly demeanor. Also, the amazing amount of trust that so many have in you.
We saw all those things clearly and believe we could learn quite a bit from you. If you would have us, that is.
We'll do our best not to let you down, day in and day out.
We know the Takebayashi name must be important to you, so we will both strive to honor it.
Such a relief to have people with your expertise in business on board, not just one, but two. It's great. I look forward to working with you.
Same.
Honoring my family name might be a bit much, though. I appreciate it. But I'm not like Master Serge. I don't have a reputation at all.
It's the least we can do, sir. Even if it were small. A distasteful rumor among nobles spreads like wildfire.
But why would the nobles be gossiping about my shop?
Well, most of them make it their business to know about other nobility's business.
Other? Wait, there's some kind of mix-up. You don't think I'm a noble, do you?
Does that mean you aren't?
We've been misinformed then. We thought you were connected to the Jamils.
Their daughter seemed friendly enough with you.
Oh, well, it's true that I'm friends with them, but I'm not actually a noble myself.
That's my fault. I should have explained, but time got away from me.
So he's not. Huh.
I'm just an adventurer, so please act normal, okay? I'm not a big deal, honest.
Understood.
Anyway, we have a big day ahead of us, so make sure you get plenty of rest tonight.
Right. Drinking that will change your color? Interesting.
Rub-a-dub-dub, till you're all squeaky clean. Rub-a-dub-dub.
It's finally opening day for Bamboo Forest. I wonder if we'll get any customers. Best not to get my hopes too high.
Good morning.
Manager and my lady.
Thanks, same to you. Yes, good morning. All right, let's have a great first day. Looks good. You're officially open. I'm heading out for a minute, you two. I sincerely doubt we'll get customers right away, but I trust you'll be ready when we do. I'll see if I can drum up business by telling the Adventurers Guild we're open now. I hope you both have a wonderful first day.
Thank you. Please take care.
You don't have to walk with me, but the inn's not that far out of the way. I've got it covered, though. See? I gotcha. So today's a training day for you. Hope it goes well. I hope your day goes well, too. Mr. Ryoma! Bye!
Hey, today's your shop's grand opening, right?
Huh?
I'll visit as soon as my job's done.
That's really nice of you. But how did you know I was open?
You mean you didn't see it?
Ryoma's laundry service? Open now? Whoa!
Earlier, Mia and Milana came by and put that sign up.
I had no idea.
They said they were going to advertise at other places, too. But yeah, I'll see you as soon as I knock off work.
Awesome. See you in a few hours, then. Oh, our full-body wash includes clothes, weapons, and armor. Bring everything, no matter how dirty it may be.
You got it.
Cool. I'll work, too. A gathering herbs request? I can do that and patrol the mines at the same time. Done. Hey, here. I want to take this job on today.
Always such a go-getter. But is this really time for a job?
What?
I thought you'd be elbows deep in laundry by now.
I'm not expecting much business on the first day.
Are you sure? Okay then. All set. Off you go.
Thanks. Everything seems to be in order here. That should be enough patrolling. You guys did great. I wonder if the others are having luck gathering herbs. I checked on the mines just like Duke Reinhardt requested. Then I delivered the herbs my slimes found and collected my pay. That's when I returned to my shop. What the? Maylene was right. I shouldn't have taken on that job. They need me. I have to help.
Whoa, you're here.
Are you guys okay? Or,
Of course. We're more than okay.
Good news travels fast, so the whole neighborhood heard of this shop.
What? Really?
We've been waiting for you to open.
I caught wind of this place from a few adventurers.
The sign says you clean goblin grime, and I believe you shouldn't knock something till you've tried it at least once.
And the prices are great. Such a steal.
Aw, I'm glad you think so. All right, go time. You two handle the front. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll take care of the back of house. Good thing I don't have time to cry, otherwise I'd be a wreck. There was only time to work. And we worked non-stop for the entire shift. You both did amazing. That goes for you guys, too.
It was a very impressive turnout, I must say.
It was. Who knew so many people had clothes that needed cleaning? No chance to breathe. Oh, no. Did either of you get any break today?
No.
Oh, man. Sorry about that. How could I exploit my workforce so carelessly? Did I learn nothing from my past life? I know. I'll hire new workers as soon as possible. How many should I hire is the question. 4? Actually, 6 sounds good.
Great idea. Because it's going to get even busier than it was today. And word has only just begun to spread.
Contact the Merchants Guild about this. Trust me, okay? They can introduce you to a ton of potential employees.
Oh, perfect. I'll make my way over there right now and get everything taken care of.
Thank you, sir.
You should get some rest once you're done calculating our sales. Phenomenal work, you two. We're off to a great start.
So, how was your first day?
It was a lot crazier than I thought it'd be, but somehow we managed.
I had a feeling business would be booming. What I didn't know was just how explosive it would wind up being. So, let me guess why you're here. Is it to find more employees?
You really are quick on the uptake, huh?
I've been an old hat for a while. I've learned some things.
How long is a while?
Right then, I'll gather you some grade A candidates. Who you actually employ will be your decision to make.
Thanks. Just what I want to hear.
Wow, you had that many customers on day 1? Fantastic news.
True, but it's still too early to call it a success. Now that my shop's held in high regard, it'll hit harder if it falls. But I plan on giving it all that I've got. Hopefully it'll be enough. I think you'll be fine, Ryoma. Just wait and see.
Here's an idea. You should pay a visit to the town guard's quarters soon.
Why?
Because it's jam-packed with working men. Which means laundry galore, I would imagine. Who knows, might be a stable source of income for you.
Worth a try. Thanks for the suggestion.
I'm sure you're ready for bed. We'll talk later.
Yeah, saying it was a long day feels like the understatement of the year.
Mr. Ryoma,
have a good night. You too, my lady. Man, I'm beat. What?
Just us yet again.
Shut up and do your work.
I might as well have been dead before I died from how little I slept back then. Now, even though I'm exhausted, I feel so at peace. With the help of my slimes, I finally opened Bamboo Forest Laundry. The turnout for the first day was better than I could have hoped, as was the second. I'm so thankful for every single customer and all the laundry they needed cleaning.
Here, all done. Please return them if they are not clean to your liking. We'll make sure they are.
Looks good to me. In fact, it's much better than good. No way, that stain I gave up on is gone. And the fabric is so much softer now. Thanks a lot. I'm definitely coming back.
Great. We aim to please.
Another satisfied customer. Awesome. I'm gonna step out for a sec. Need to pay the Merchants Guild a visit.
Okay, have a safe trip.
I gathered some candidates for you who are real whizzes at math. And the best part is, any of them can start as early as today.
I appreciate you doing this, even though it was short notice.
The wolf knows the ill beast's thoughts. In other words, I've got this. Expert tasks should be taken care of by experts. If you want adventure, then go to the Adventurers Guild. If you want business advice, then go to the Merchants Guild. Clean clothes? Go to you.
Right. It's very nice to meet you all. My name's Ryoma Takebayashi. I own the new laundry service in town, and I'm looking to hire more staff. Wow. I'd like to start by thanking everyone for taking time out of their schedules to be here. I guess that's a natural reaction. I'm looking for people with good customer service skills who can also carry things. The items you'd be expected to carry are just sacks of clothing, so the heavy lifting isn't too heavy, just something to consider. Another thing is that I'm a tamer, and the shop is filled with many slimes I've forged contracts with. The slimes work just as much as we do, which is why every employee is required to treat the slimes as their colleagues. So this job might not be the best fit for people who dislike slimes or have any sort of fear of them. If either of those apply to you, please feel free to leave. Also, if you don't like the idea of working for a little kid like me, then you should leave as well.
Slimes are monsters, no matter how you slice them.
Orders from the kid? Thanks. Sorry, Guildmaster.
Let me know if another job I'm suited for comes up.
So I'm guessing both of you are perfectly fine working under me and alongside slimes? That chain and hair ornament. Would you mind introducing yourselves to me, please? If you have any conditions for your employment, let me know those, too.
Sure. My name is Faye. This is my daughter, Li Ling. And the only condition I have is that you hire us both, sir.
You two are related.
Yes, though we might not look it since she takes after her mother. Oh, but there is one thing we should address while I'm on it.
Which is?
Would a bad leg be a hindrance to this job?
It's broken, so...
If it's only broken, that's nothing the healing slimes can't fix. Nope. No hindrance at all.
Seriously?
Seriously. So, you don't have any requests regarding pay?
No, sir. As long as it's enough to live off of, whatever you give us will be just fine.
And what about Miss Li Ling? Do you have any requests? If so, then please voice them.
If it's not too much trouble, I'd like to either live at the shop or an affordable inn nearby.
extra emphasis on the word affordable. We're fairly low on money, so any cheap lodging will do.
In that case, you're in luck. I have a dormitory where workers can stay.
Really? That sounds perfect for us, right?
It sure does.
If I may, I have one last question for you two.
I'll gladly answer whatever you ask.
I appreciate it. Just from a glance, I can tell you both are very strong, which is why I'm curious. What are those weapons you have?
You have extremely sharp eyes for a child. As you suspect, my daughter and I are both former assassins.
You're here to kill?
I said former, as in we quit!
We don't do it anymore!
Oh, I see. But I highly doubt I was the only one here who was able to read you. Master Glicella must have known it too.
Well, of course I knew, obviously. Though these eyes may be old, I still use them to make my own assessments about people, especially if it's for potential business ventures.
Yeah, you did the same thing with me.
Yes, there are no exceptions. Background checks are essential, and that goes double for foreigners.
They're foreign?
When the master we served lost a war, we lost our jobs in homeland. We had to figure out what we needed to do next in order to survive. And then our journey led us here.
And not unlike our current situation, we needed money, so we went to work in the mines. But I got caught in a collapse one day, and as you can tell, I've yet to recover.
I'm impressed that you realize there's more to them than meets the eye.
I thought we were doing a great job pretending to be normal folks.
You and the Guildmaster knew, the only people we couldn't deceive. You must be quite special to sense something like that, and at such a young age. Do you perhaps hail from another country as well? No, couldn't be. Feeling's different.
You're similar to us, but not quite the same. Very strange indeed.
What's strange is that I'm from a foreign world, not country. Can't exactly say that, though. Anyway, how soon can the two of you start?
So you're still willing to hire us?
Even knowing our past?
Since the Guildmaster approves of you, there's nothing for me to worry about.
Really? We thought our former occupation would blacklist us from any job.
We have an escape plan and everything.
The last thing I would want you guys to do is escape. I need all the help I can get, which is why yours is more than welcome.
Well then, if that's the case, we'd be happy to start this very instant.
Considering your background, could I ask you to do some bodyguard work too if I ever need it?
Yes, I think that can be arranged.
We've got your back, don't worry.
I'm sure that you do. All right. Let's make your employment with us official. I'm looking forward to working with both of you.
The feeling is mutual, Manager.
This is an absolute pleasure.
This business has a bright future. So give it everything you've got and then some.
We will.
And do me a favor by leaving your damn weapons at home every once in a while.
But I wouldn't be at ease if I didn't have this.
It's practically attached.
When will you grow out of your assassin habits? They aren't without their flaws, but then again, who is right? Nonetheless, treat them well.
Of course. Would have been nice if you'd told me about those flaws, though.
I could have, but I wanted to see what your eyes were capable of picking up on. And while you did impress me, my peepers could still give you a run for your money.
This is the laundry service, then?
Yep.
It's really beautiful. And look at the crowd that it's attracting. You just opened shop yesterday, right? That makes this crowd even crazier. Well, what are we waiting for? We're here to work, so let's hop to it then.
We'll both follow your lead.
Thanks, you guys. Don't work too hard, though. Whatever you can do will be enough.
All set. We'll call you when it's ready.
Miss Carla and Mr. Callum, I'm back.
That's great. And you brought reinforcements.
These two will be joining us immediately.
Please just call me Faye. No need to be formal, after all.
Li Ling, it's very nice to meet you.
Hi, my name is Callum Norad.
And I'm Callum's sister, Carla.
Let's make this place the best it can be.
All right, Mr. Faye, would you mind working the front? And I'm gonna need Miss Li Ling's help transporting the bags of laundry back and forth.
That sounds good.
Super good.
Whoever was next in line, I can help you right over here.
Oh, wow. You weren't kidding about our colleagues being slimes. So cool. Oh, right. Hello? I'm Li Ling, one of your most recent coworkers. It's nice to meet you, slimes. Guys. Alrighty. Time to get to work. Is this the finished laundry down here? I'll take it to the front.
Thanks to Mr. Faye's and Miss Li Ling's assistance, we were able to get through the evening rush of customers much more efficiently than the previous day.
Li Ling, you're good at singing, right?
La la la!
Poke,
Hey! Stupendous work, everyone.
You as well, Manager.
It's such a load off my shoulders to know we got a big turnout 2 days in a row.
I'm glad. And most of the people who came in this afternoon heard about us from satisfied customers who recommended they try it too.
I expect things to continue like this for the next few days, maybe longer.
I hope you're right. Either way, let's keep doing our best. I think that'll be enough to ensure this isn't temporary.
Right.
Will you calculate the sales? That'll be your last task of the day.
Consider it done, sir.
While those two take care of the books, I'd like for both of you to please follow me.
Is there a point to all of this?
There is.
Oh, is that dimension home? So in addition to everything else, you also use space magic?
What kind of slimes are those? They're a different color from all the ones I worked with in the shop.
These are healing slimes.
That's new.
And look, much like their name suggests, they heal injuries of all kinds.
You serious?
Broken legs, too?
Yes. How is it?
Let's see. Oh, it feels completely healed. No pain at all. It's like I'm a whole new man. Check me out. I'm sincerely in your debt. It means so much to have my leg back.
Oh, no worries. I want my staff to have decent working conditions. Part of my job as your boss.
You just saved my father a small fortune. Healing magic users charge a ton.
I had given up on fixing my leg. We had to bribe the guard in the outskirts of your country while we were fleeing ours, and they took everything we had.
So that's why you were broke when you got here.
Our country's border guards are very greedy. It's sad.
The only choice we had was to lose our money or lose our lives.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Why in the world are you apologizing?
The one who healed my leg and gave us work does not need to bow his head and tell us he's sorry.
We're nothing but grateful for all that you've done.
This will be your room, Mr. Fay, and you, Miss Li-Ling, are free to use the room right next door.
Oh, what an absolutely beautiful room!
They're fully furnished, too! We haven't slept in beds in so long!
Oh, good. We just finished calculating the sales totals.
Thank you both. We made even more the second day than the first.
I predict our sales will only grow larger once word really starts to circulate.
Larger than this?
Yes. As I'm sure you know, Gimel is a mining town.
Though it's gotten smaller, it's still home to many miners and iron mill workers, which are two jobs that result in very dirty clothes.
Yeah, guess that's true.
There should also be demand in other towns, too. It might be a good idea to think about where you'd want to put additional branches.
It's way too early to think about that. I mean, our shop's only been open a whopping total of 2 days.
It's never too early to think about these kinds of things.
If you have somebody you trust enough to operate a second shop, then you're already a step ahead of the game.
All right, fine. But there are other things to worry about for now. Like, oh yeah, Mr. Fay and Miss Li-Ling, they have military experience, so I thought I'd put that to good use and employ them as part-time bodyguards.
Wow, military experience looks great on any resume.
Please factor in their second job when calculating their pay.
Understood.
Thank you!
Just when I think you can't get any more generous, you go and do something like that!
Thus, day 2 of Bamboo Forest Laundry ended on a happy note. So, my lady, yet another day of magic practice?
Uh-huh. Though if I were further along, I'd come and help you out at your shop.
That's okay. I mean, it's the thought that counts, right? And there's plenty of people helping out.
Oh, I see. Well, I wish you luck, and I'll try and work just as hard.
Sounds good. See you later.
Hope you have a nice day.
Mr. Callum's prediction came true, and we were just as busy the third day. It was hard work, to be sure, but slimes and humans alike gave it 110%. I was running out of ways to thank them, so I thought I'd bake them a pizza this time. When each of them took their lunch break, I surprised them with it.
It's great! Thank you!
You're welcome.
Meow! Your slimes rule! I love them!
And for good reason. We're gonna practically shine after this.
It's weird something so slimy makes something so clean.
Yeah. They make us look great, they make us smell great, and they make us feel great while they're in the process of doing the other two.
having the entire staff work full-time. Thank you, everyone.
And same to you.
Good things come in threes, and I guess good turnouts do too. So, how are our sales looking?
About 1.5 times yesterday's.
How great is that?
It's not great. It's downright phenomenal.
And if you think you're pleased, talk to the ones who left here smiling from ear to ear.
And it's only gonna get better with each passing day. Much better and much bigger.
You and Mr. Fay think so too? I guess that means I need to hire more people then, and fast.
I would, just to err on the side of caution.
I know you were just there, but I think we'd all benefit if you spoke to the guild again.
Right, I will. I think we would also benefit if we had a cook on staff. Can the guild help us out with that as well?
Yes, of course. But why do we need a cook?
Everyone's way too busy to make meals for themselves.
But that sort of thing can be made part of an employee's side work.
Enjoying a professionally cooked meal every day sounds a whole lot more appealing to me. Employee welfare at its finest.
Welfare? What's that mean?
I'm not familiar with that word either.
Oh, I kind of made it up. But if I had to define it, I'd say it's a system in a workplace that enables employees to work more comfortably.
Typical Mr. Ryoma, putting so much thought into the treatment his staff members are given.
I've never heard of an employer like you before. Live and work and generous pay? I don't see how it could get any better.
You've spoiled us to the point where I don't think we can work for anyone else.
That makes me happier than you know. Okay, my next stop is the Merchants Guild, and then I'm heading home for the night. I trust you guys will close up shop.
Of course. Have a good night.
So business is surpassing your expectations and you need another new hire.
Since the funds just keep on coming, I feel like it's the smartest move to make at this point.
Yes, that's very smart. How many workers are you looking for?
I need 3 regular employees. And I'd also like to request that you provide me with 1 cook who makes meals for the rest of the staff.
Wait, you want a cook? Quite a fascinating choice, eh?
Is it something you don't see too often?
I've seen it, but it's usually done by someone who's already employed.
Mr. Callum suggested that too. But still, I prefer wolves. Don't you?
A wolf who knows their stuff would definitely make that food taste 1,000,000 times better. I'll see what I can find for you, dear.
Oh, before you do that...
I know. I'm putting at least 5 gold stars by the part of the application that says must be good with kids and slimes, so we won't be beating around the bush this time.
You're the best. The next day...
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Fina.
And my name is Maria.
Hey, I'm Jane.
And I'm Ryoma Takebayashi. I'm the manager of Bamboo Forest.
At such a young age.
So amazing.
You can say that again.
These 3 ladies traveled from the same village in search of more job opportunities here in Gimel.
I see.
And on to the next.
It's nice to meet you. Please call me Selma. I used to work as a cook at a quaint little inn.
Thank you all for coming.
Everyone here agreed to live in your dormitory while working under you and alongside your slimes. So once you give your approval, they're good to go.
Really? Then I approve. Welcome to the laundry biz.
Thanks very much, manager.
Oh, by the way, Ryoma.
Huh?
If your little business continues to grow like this, perhaps you should consider branching out and setting up a sister shop or 2 in different towns. When you're ready to take that step, come and talk to me.
I'm nowhere near ready.
You're plenty ready, boy. In fact, we could do it right now.
1 week's passed since our grand opening. The customers seem extremely happy, and everyone on the team does a great job. Miss Selma's cooking is delicious. I'm so glad I hired her. With a cook and 7 employees to help lighten my workload, I was able to dedicate some time to landscaping and really spruce up the place. Now that we're so well staffed, I guess I don't have to be here as much anymore. Maybe I'll take on some jobs at the Adventurers Guild.
I already had sky-high expectations, yet he still went above and beyond. I suppose he'll do just fine living by himself in this town, right?
He will. If anyone can do it, it's him.
Thank you for coming. Though I should apologize for not giving you very much notice. How's the Bamboo Forest laundry doing, by the way?
Good. Actually, I've been meaning to say thank you. You're the one who introduced the NORAD siblings to me, after all. They're great. I've hired a few other employees, too, so the shop runs with or without me.
Ah, smart move. Glad it's going well.
I can't help but feel like it's going a little too well, you know?
And it's about to get even better because I have yet another business proposition for you.
Huh?
You are currently producing a steady supply of ingots and sticky slime string, but how difficult would it be to include a hefty amount of waterproof fabric to your next delivery?
What for?
Mr. Ryoma, by any chance have you been informed of the upcoming Grell frog outbreak?
I have, actually.
They're used for sturdy armor and strong medicine, so you can imagine how many people hunt them. Rest assured that when the outbreak season finally arrives, every single adventurer in Gimo will be out on that lake. Which is why commodities such as waterproof garments and waders would sell remarkably well during a special event like this.
Yeah, I'd wager that they would. I'll start making them as soon as I can.
You are amazing! Working with you is such an honor.
What's that one eating over there? Iron powder. Why? Well, I hypothesized that it will evolve into a metal slime if I continue to feed it iron, so think of it as another of my experiments.
How fascinating. Oh yes, are you going to the mines to make the fabric that Mr. Serge asked you to?
I am. It's nice because there aren't many distractions there.
Can I tag along? Having no distractions would help me as well.
Sure, I guess you can come, but why do you want to? For violin practice, huh?
I figured I could practice here to my heart's content without bothering anyone.
I didn't even know you were a musician until now. This for a recital?
Remember the lemur birds we told you about a few days ago? How they flocked to the lake at one time? Well, if I want to tame them, I have to play music for them. It's essential.
That's cool.
While their melodies are absolutely beautiful, they use those same songs to communicate with and identify each other. So if the lemur birds like the music I play, it'll make it easier for them to accept a taming contract with me.
Ah, I had no idea.
I'll practice as much as I can. So, please, go and work on your fabric while I stay here and work on my music.
Good plan.
You did great, Mr. Ryoma. You too.
Hey, if anyone did a great job, it's you. So great, I feel like you should be rewarded somehow. And I know just the thing.
You mean the doll?
Yeah, I do.
So you'll make it right here and now?
Go, create block. Break rock. Playing clay. So far, so good. Now for the details. What do you think?
She's just like me. I can't describe how wonderful this is. Thank you. I love her already. My mini-me.
Looks just like me.
And I have one as well.
There's me, Sabus, RNA, Lillian, everyone. Extraordinarily exquisite work. Your craftsmanship is as flawless as it's ever been.
You're too kind, but I'm glad you like them.
What's not to like about them? It's a very thoughtful gift.
I'm flattered to the point where I almost feel embarrassed about it.
Hey, Elia. How about this? Take all of them with you when you leave for school.
Huh?
That's a terrific idea. If you have us with you, you won't be so lonely.
Yes, that's true. But the collection is shy of one doll in particular.
You mean me?
I do. Would it be okay if I took you away with me to school?
Sure, why not? The next day, I decided to check in with the shop.
Next in line! Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm great now.
Thank you. Please come again.
Number 8 is ready. This way.
Since everything was operating smoothly without me, I went to the mines. I just have to wait for it to dry. But I can't leave here. What's something productive I can do while I wait? I know. Haven't fought in a while, and I don't want you slimes getting rusty on me. Nice, your form's looking better than ever. All right, keep it up, you guys. I think I'll do a little training exercise of my own. You ready? Let's go. Oh, I see. Physical attacks aren't gonna work on you. think those sheets are dry by now? Huh? What? Evolution? It worked! You're heavy like the other metal slime, but you kind of seem different somehow. Monster appraisal. An iron slime? Iron. I see. I mean, that's all you've been eating, so it makes perfect sense. But I thought iron was the main thing metal slimes ate, too. Appraisal. Substance comprised of iron oxide and aluminum oxide. I get it! If you eat lots of different metals, you become a metal slime. However, if the only thing you eat is iron, you become an iron slime. Now I know the secret to your evolutionary process. Another great day's work. I'm proud of you.
Oh, hi. I didn't know you were here.
I only just arrived, that's why.
I overheard you talking to the cleaner slimes and thanking them for all of the hard work they put in. Everyone should try and follow their example.
Honestly, I think you already do that, Miss Fina.
What's wrong? They split in two.
That they did, which means they'll be twice as efficient as they were before.
Oh, no way. That's great.
So work like they do, but not to the point where you split in half. Hey, everyone. What's with the huddle?
Hello, manager. We're just looking at sales.
Were we slower than usual?
Oh, no. Not at all. Take a look.
Huh? We tripled our profits? How? What caused such a rapid spike in our sales?
Let's see. There's the fact we had a big morning rush. Word's definitely been getting around.
We had blacksmiths and carpenters stop by, and then some iron foundry workers too.
Every last one of them was blown away by how clean their clothes were. We're seeing a lot of individual guests as well.
This place is the best!
You guys, this is nuts. But I'm grateful it's happening. Just like I'm grateful for all of you. We succeeded because we had a team that made sure we succeeded. Thanks, everyone.
You realize you're thanking us for doing the jobs you hired us to do. Jobs we want to do.
It makes me happy to hear you like your jobs. That said, if there's anything I can do to make them even better, don't hesitate to let me know.
Even better than this?
I mean, we're pretty good as we are.
You've gone to great lengths to ensure our work environment is comfortable.
It's so fun, I feel like we might as well be at a party.
Well, that's great to hear. I completely forgot about holidays. How can they enjoy their jobs if they're never away from them?
I've come from the Bureau of Labor Standards. A very big complaint was filed against you by one of your employees.
I've created an exploitative workplace.
What's wrong? It's like all of the color suddenly drained from your face.
I'm very sorry. I totally spaced on scheduling proper time off for you on holidays.
Holidays?
Huh?
Wait a sec. Did you actually just say that? We'll be employed, but we'll still get some time off?
Any decent employer would do the same. Let me think. We can afford to close shop one day a week, or we could try taking holidays and shifts.
That's so nice. Am I dreaming right now?
Why would this be a dream?
Manager,
huh?
She's emotional because if you're not from the town you work in, the chances of getting vacation days are slim to none.
Are you serious?
All of our families were so sad when we left our hometown just so we could find some work. They wanted us to stay, but we had to make money, so...
We could have been hired by someone who would overwork yet underpay us. We might also be expected to service them in other ways I'd rather not say, but you get it.
You'll give me nightmares just talking about it, Fina! It's awful, but true. Those types of employers do exist in the world. So workers have to be mindful of those things when they're applying for jobs.
So sexual harassment and employee exploitation happen in this world, too. Well, my shop's goal is to run a clean business in every sense of the word and take care of the employees. Everyone okay with that?
Yes! Thank you, manager!
Hello? Just popped in to say dinner's ready.
Selma's the best! Yes, perfect timing, too.
I'd love it if you could stay and eat with us, manager.
I guess I'm staying, then.
The oil's stuck to the bottom of the pan.
You're a lively one, aren't you?
Looks yummy. Yummy as in you want to eat it?
How's it going, Miss Maylene?
Hi, Ryoma. Doing guild work today?
Well, I had some free time since my employees can handle the shop.
Owning a business is one thing, but hiring people to run it is quite a step up.
I really lucked out, huh?
Luck, you say? I think what got you where you are is skill. Luck is part of it, but far from all of it.
Maybe my luck will hold out and I'll find a good job.
Before you go, it's not a job or anything, but it's something I think you'll like.
Oh, yeah?
I know you, which is why I also know this adventuring party called Pier of Seacom has something that would interest you.
Okay, I'm listening.
They informed us that they caught a rare breed of slime not too long ago.
Say what? I need all the details you have!
Well, they went to the Tamers Guild to try and sell it, but no dice, even though they knew it was rare.
Slimes are very neglected creatures. Actually, that's good. That means it's up for sale, right?
So, you want it?
Oh, you bet! Of course! Do you know where that party is right now? This is where she told me to go. But I think it's abandoned. Hello? Are you guys the Pier of Seacom by chance?
That's right. And you are?
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Ryoma. I'm a tamer and adventurer, like you.
What? But you're so young. Ah! You're not an adventurer. You're a scruffy little kid.
Zane, pipe down. Sorry, it's not you. He's just in a bad mood.
Yeah, I heard the story. You found a really rare slime, but weren't able to sell it.
Yeah, and Zane's not taking it well.
So what? Did you come to laugh in our face? Laugh it up, then! We're a party of idiots! We know how lame slimes are, but we heard they can sell pretty well if it's a rare breed. So we came all the way to this stupid town, but we have nothing to show for it. Nothing.
Note to self, always drink in moderation.
If you're gonna hurl, don't do it here. Hey, come on, heck did I just tell you?
Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm the Pier of Seacom's leader. You can call me Sheen.
And I'm Kai.
So why exactly did you seek us out?
Remember that rare slime that nobody wanted? Well, I'd like to purchase it from you.
You're joking, right?
But why?
Believe it or not, I collect and study slimes as a kind of hobby. So if you actually did come across a super unique slime, I would love to take it off your hands.
Huh. We do in fact have a rare slime and we'd love to sell it.
For how much?
Might be better if you set the price. The Tamers Guild told us it was a worthless monster. Makes it hard to gauge.
Would you mind if I see the slime before I decide the cost then? I'll pay extra if it's a type I don't own yet. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, deal.
Wait here.
It's inside?
Be careful.
Always am. What type of slime could it be? Whoa. What kind of fluid is that? Never seen anything like it.
So, what do you think?
It's brand new to me, so I'll pay extra.
Wow, really?
Finally!
Here. Will this be enough?
No way!
I mean, yes, it is enough, but maybe a little too much.
It's fine. Thanks to you, I have a new breed of slime to research. It makes me happy, and you can't put a price on that.
All right, so long as you think it's fair.
Pleasure doing business. You have my sincere thanks.
We should be thanking you, big time.
Very true. At least we don't have to worry about money now. That should calm Zane down a bit.
Nothing quite ruins a mood like money problems, that's for sure. I know. Your party should stay in this town. Or at least you should if quick cash is what you're after. Every year, there's an outbreak of grell frogs in a nearby lake, so it's basically a treasure trove for adventurers.
Never heard of a grell frog.
Well, every part of them has a use, so every part of them fetches a price. Check with the guild to get more specific details.
We will. Thanks. We owe you.
Yeah, we're definitely indebted to you.
Oh, I don't know about that. But hey, if you come visit my shop one day, we'll call it even.
What shop?
Besides being an adventurer and slime enthusiast, I run a laundry service.
What? Kid, you're unbelievable.
It's a place in town called Bamboo Forest. If you guys ever get goblin grime on your clothes, please come see me.
You got it, kid.
Till we meet again, then. Okay. Time to make a taming contract. All right, contract complete. Now for the appraisal. bloody slime. Come to think of it, that is what it looks like. And it has a vampirism skill. 3 guesses as to what it eats. It's drinking. Hold on. Did it go inside so it could suck directly from the blood vessels? What an intriguing little slime. Guess it must have gotten its fill. You know what you'd be good for? Cleaning up defeated monster corpses. Among other things, I'm sure. Hello there, bloody slime. It's nice to meet you.
How pure is Ryoma in the love he has for his slimes?
I'd wager the feeling is mutual. He treats them so well, how can they not?
That face. It's so much brighter than it was before. He looks every bit like a normal kid, doesn't he?
Sending him there might be one of the best decisions we've ever made. I'm so proud. The older I get, the more easily the tears seem to flow.
The Grell Frog outbreak was fast approaching.
Mr. Ryoma, my father, grandfather, and mother are teaching me taming magic tomorrow. You're more than welcome to come and join us if you want to.
That does sound fun.
Yep, and educational since I'll have 3 teachers.
True. I'd really love to see you use taming magic, so yes.
Thanks. That means a lot. Shall we travel together tomorrow?
Sure. I'm really looking forward to seeing what someone with your potential can do with taming magic.
Hope I don't disappoint.
I think this place will do. Well then, shall we begin?
Yes. Sure, ready when you are.
First, what's the nature of taming magic? Do either of you know?
Oh!
Elia?
The nature of taming magic is to enter a contract with a monster in order to gain its help. The tamer and monster are then able to communicate with each other thanks to the link that's forged between them as a result of the contract.
Precisely. And based on that very link you just described, the 2 of you are going to be learning shared sensation magic today.
I've never heard of that kind.
It lets you gain information through your familiar without actually speaking. It also does things like let your monsters know if you're in trouble.
It's specific to taming magic, so you'll never see a summoner use this technique.
Okay, but why is it not possible with summoning magic?
The bond isn't exactly the same. Summoning magic forces the monster to obey its master's commands. It's a one-way link since it doesn't have a choice.
Ah, I gotcha.
You'll need a great deal of experience if you're going to fully utilize this skill. The closer you are with your familiars, the more effective it will be. The deeper your shared understanding, the better. But today, rather than train with the monsters you've tamed, you'll be working with these crew birds instead.
We should use our slimes, shouldn't we?
It's hard to tell how effective the magic is with slimes.
Sad but true. They don't have the senses that we do. No sight, or smell, or hearing, and though they eat, they don't taste.
I see.
I understand too.
Good. Let's get these contracts with the crew birds underway then.
Right. Contract complete.
Yes, same for me.
Then it's time for you to try sharing your sensations. Now, there's not a verbal spell involved in this. All you have to do is focus on your link with the familiar.
That's really it?
Okay.
Imagine what it's like to be behind its eyes. Create a mental image.
Like a video camera, or maybe a virtual reality simulator. Wow, it's working. What? Oh no, this is making me nauseous.
You succeeded?
Of course he did.
Right now, I can see myself, which makes me fairly certain I'm doing it.
It's supposed to be a hard magic to learn, yet he's treating it like child's play.
Don't worry. The nausea you're feeling is natural. It may not be pleasant, but it is part of the process. Give closing your eyes a try. Concentrate on just the familiar's vision.
Sure.
That was a good call. I feel much better.
This is a rather peculiar experience.
The only reason I was able to do it so quickly is that I had knowledge of similar Earth technology to help me out. The lady didn't have any such advantage, but still picked it up right away. That's impressive.
Mr. Ryoma, here you are.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
It's truly remarkable how fast both of you picked up that technique.
I thought this one might slip him up a little bit, but no.
Though being a quick study is a good thing, dear. All that's left is to train.
I highly doubt I'll get used to that weird feeling anytime soon. But I'll still try.
The first time I tried virtual reality, I got sick too. But if anyone can overcome it, she can.
By the way, this is your very first time contracting a monster that isn't a slime, is it not?
Yes, that's right.
Does anything feel off?
Not in particular, no.
We know how good you are with your slimes, but it seems you have an aptitude for bird types, too.
Aptitude?
Something every taming magician has. It's easier to tame some monsters than others. Just depends on the one doing it.
So then, taming slimes is easy for me because I was meant to.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Not only are you compatible with them, but you've also managed to tame more than a fair share.
Discovering which familiar is the perfect match for you is one of the key skills for becoming a good tamer. And the only way you can do that is through experience.
If you don't mind me asking, what kind of aptitude do you have, Sir Reinbach?
If it's something with scales, then chances are we'll match quite well. Though I can't handle the amount of monsters you can at one time, the ones I do tame are very powerful.
Oh, wow.
I, on the other hand, I've always had a knack for taming things with 4 legs. I couldn't enter a contract with a bird type to save my life, though.
As for me... Don't worry. I honestly had no intention of startling you. This is Luarg. If you've heard of little Fenrir's, that's what this is.
Fenrir? Like the legendary one?
That's the Fenrir.
You mean they're not the same?
The one you're thinking of is divine, but little Fenrirs are wolf-like monsters with the ability to use some ice magic. While they may not be divine, they're certainly not pushovers.
That's really something, that they can use magic. And what's more is the madam completely domesticated it.
This one might look slightly more majestic than average because it's the alpha of the pack. I have 20 others, you see.
20?
In addition to my little Fenrirs, I've also managed to tame about 100 more various wolf-type familiars.
What?
Wolf-type monsters are my specialty, as I'm sure you've guessed.
My slimes win in quantity, but she's definitely got me beat in quality.
Elise is one of the most gifted tamers in all of Sailfall. However, with that said, it's not because little Fenrirs are difficult to tame.
Could have fooled me.
Back in the day, just watching her pure skill, I wound up developing a bit of a complex.
Whatever complex do you mean? Well, I have a sword, is what you said when you chose to focus on your swordsmanship. Still, you could have stuck with taming magic if you wanted, since you weren't exactly lacking in it.
Not in comparison to Father and you. Being a just-okay tamer is pretty much the equivalent of being useless.
I don't seem to remember you ever being that bothered by it, though. In fact, the thing I recall is you setting aside your taming magic training to go and practice with the sword. That's not either of our faults, now is it?
This is such a crazy development. So the madam has 20 little Fenrirs and 100 more wolf-type monsters on top of that. Then there's Sir Reinbach, who's just as impressive in his own right.
Looks like something heavy's weighing on your mind.
Oh, really? It's just dawning on me that when I'm surrounded by you and your family, I'm surrounded by incredible people.
Ryoma.
Yes?
What you just said about us being incredible? What if I told you that Lord Reinbach is even more incredible than you think?
Is that true?
He has fewer than 20 monsters, but the number isn't important when you look at the quality, since half of them are dragon-type monsters.
Whoa! It's like he hacked the system with cheat codes or something.
Sometimes people just get lucky like that. Not only did I have the right aptitude, the first monster I ever contracted was an extremely powerful beast. It had other dragons under its command, so when it joined me, they joined too. That said, I don't call on them unless it's important. How much chaos could I cause with no restraint?
A lot, and that's an understatement. So if you rarely use them, then where are they normally?
We own land in the mountains, and they all live there, though they're not the only threatening things in those cliffs. That's why my dragons stay there and prevent those other monsters from coming down and running amok throughout our land.
While my familiars live on a different mountain, one that's home to precious medicinal herbs. If poachers find their way up there, the wolves run them off.
I see.
A tamer with strong creatures at their command is nice and everything, but they have to take into consideration where those creatures will live.
Okay. Break time is over. So, are you two ready to practice shared sensation again?
Yes.
Pochi, Mike, Tama, Kuro. Don't come any closer. You might hurt yourself.
A few days after our training, the lady and I continued to practice our taming magic in the mines. I made waterproof fabric while I was at it. Did you just say the Grell Frog outbreak?
Yes, it'll be starting soon.
Oh wow, it's time.
The peak will probably be in 3 or 4 days.
Can't wait to get my paws on some cash!
No joke, considering the medicine that they make.
It's also an ideal time for training.
So yeah, Ryoma, we actually came here because we had a question.
A question for me? What do you want to know?
Remember that work outfit you wore that one time? Can you tell us exactly where you got it from, please?
We love your shop, but we want to get clothes that don't soil so easily for this.
Oh, that's a great question. And the answer is at the Morgan Trading Company. Just ask for Mr. Serge, and don't forget to tell him that I sent you all. That way he'll know to take care of you guys. I know that place. There's one in Gimo. Yep, and there's lots of gear like mine for sale.
Thank you. Then we shall take our leave of you and make our way over to this Morgan Trading Company. Always a pleasure.
So, I take it that you heard the news?
Yes. Since Lemur birds fly in to hunt the Grell Frogs, there will be an outbreak of them too. And I'm going to tame at least one.
We should go ahead and let you know. We've decided that we're going to visit the lake the day after tomorrow.
Oh, really? I understand. So if the Lemur birds like the music I play, it'll make it easier for them to accept a taming contract with me. I've lost my touch. That happens when you don't practice, though. Guess I'll keep at it till it's good enough for the contract. Or, at least I hope it's good enough. It's soon. The day after tomorrow. In other words, it's nearly time for me to say goodbye to the lady and the others. In the blink of an eye, the day after tomorrow arrived. So tired. How are you feeling, Ryoma? I'm even better than usual. Gosh, I really wish I had your kind of stamina.
You're fine, my lady. Ryoma's an outlier, so I assure you, your stamina is nothing to scoff at for a child your age.
You could say that again. Emphasis on the outlier part. Sometimes I feel like he's not of this world. Most 11-year-olds would be ready for a snack and nap time by now.
Those guys.
Hey, kid.
Mr. Sheen.
You know them?
Yeah. Guess you could say we're guild buddies since they're a party of adventurers. Go on ahead. I'll catch up with everybody later.
Thank you for your help. You're like a hero to us.
Don't be silly. I should be thanking you for that rare slime you sold me.
So you're the one who bought the slime?
Yes, that's me.
I see. My name's Sane. Please forgive my crude, drunken behavior. Not only did you overpay for that slime, you told us all about the Grell Frog outbreak. That little tip is gonna keep us fed for months to come.
Please, don't mention it.
We're gonna sell these frogs down at the guild, then head over to this awesome little place called Bamboo Forest Laundry Service.
It's cheap, fast, and the results are better than anything I've ever hand-washed myself.
Well, thank you for your patronage.
Yeah, who knew slimes could be so cool? Laundry day's gonna suck like never before once we're back in our hometown.
Jeez, thanks for reminding me, jerk. See you around, Ryoma.
Later.
Bye. Good to see you. Hey guys, I'm here. I'd say wow, but it doesn't feel like enough. They're so pretty.
Look, it's right there. Catch it before it gets away.
It is getting away.
Hurry up! A lemur bird just spotted its lunch.
I move more swiftly than they do.
I'll catch them all in one go.
I caught one, guys!
Ryoma, Elia, just down the way there's a person attempting to tame a lemur bird.
How much does musicality factor into this process exactly?
I heard there was a man who was very confident in his ability, but he wasn't able to attract a single bird, at least until he smashed his instrument. That was the one noise they liked.
Great for him, bad for his instrument.
Yes, and when they don't like a performance, they make a rather uncomfortable cautionary sound.
I wonder what it sounds like. That's not uncomfortable. It's more like they're straight up mocking him.
Wrong move. Stay on guard.
Sir. My little...
Wind cutter? So lemur birds have the power to use wind magic?
Some people assume mild-mannered creatures are weak, but that's not the case with these. If you underestimate them and try to subdue them with force, you're sure to regret it instantly.
And the one who's currently regretting it is coming right for us. Go now, Earthwolf!
Thanks for the save.
I know it's difficult, but try to endure it. Be strong, my lady.
What is happening?
Is this an advanced species?
One of the birds is responsible for this strong magic power. But which? That one! Go silent! Glad that's over. Jeez.
Go tend to that man there, Camille. Jill, Zeph, and Hughes, too. If there is a person in need, I want you to help them. Sabus, how's Elia?
She's all right.
Doing much better now.
Are you feeling nauseous at all?
No, I just got a little scared. But my tummy's fine.
That's good to hear. Thank you, Ryoma.
Sure, but I don't understand what they were doing. What? So then, those sound waves didn't affect you? I guess not.
That was no ordinary lemur bird Ryoma just stopped. It was an advanced species known as the nightmare lemur bird.
Nightmare, huh? Based on the sound it made, I'd say that's a fitting name.
Once every 10 years, that rare and terrifying creature flies down and makes itself known. And while all lemur birds have wind magic, their nightmare counterparts wield dark magic as well. It can also attack the mind, and thanks to the dark magic song that pierced our eardrums, we got to experience that prominent feature firsthand.
It has the power to create fear inside the heart. It causes confusion. It's even been known to knock a person out cold.
I see. Now that I'm looking, it caused quite a scene.
Even the most seasoned adventurer isn't immune to losing consciousness. And those ones over there are just about as green as it gets, so I'm not surprised it turned out like this.
You can train to counter it, but it'll still feel awful no matter what.
Oh yeah, I do have a skill called mental pain resistance. That's probably why I wasn't affected by it, but I still need to be careful about that, because I didn't even realize I was under attack.
Mr. Ryoma?
Yes?
Why weren't you affected by the nightmare, Lamar?
Oh, I think I have some kind of resistance to mental pain.
Of course.
So how much damage was done in total?
Just one injury. The man who caused the commotion in the first place got hurt.
I see.
So what do we do? Not a bird in sight. That damn ruckus scared them all away.
We could try and find their nest.
We could, but it's not exactly easy. And, well, those birds fly much farther than other monsters do. I don't even want to think about the ground we'd have to cover.
That's too bad.
Why do you think people who want to tame the moor birds come here to stake them out? I mean, who knows if they'll even be back today? What you think? You want to wait?
I do. We've come all this way, right? They'll be back. I'm sure of it.
Miss Selma, our stomachs are growling.
Good timing, because dinner is served.
So what's on the menu today?
I'm glad you asked.
Awesome job, but I guess that's nothing new for you guys.
Hey, you better not be slacking off in here.
And what makes you think I would be?
Another busy day in the books. Go ahead and lock the front door. It's time.
Right, I'm on it.
They're not coming back.
No. Mr. Ryoma?
Yes?
We'll be going our separate ways soon.
What in this world and the next am I supposed to say to that? This kind of thing is completely out of my wheelhouse. I read a novel once that had a similar situation play out. But I forget what the main character said. Come on, think. That's right. He said, it's not like we're never going to see each other again. You know, it's not like,
It's not like you're never going to see each other again, Elia.
She beat me to the punch!
Well, isn't that right?
Yes, it's like you read my mind.
Yeah, I guess so. We will see each other again. And besides, until we reunite, we can write to one another. I'll write to you as much as I can.
And I promise that I'll do the same.
You idiot. Huh? Man up and go for a hug when a girl gives you a window like this.
I don't think that's something a member of the Ladies' Guard should be saying. You're supposed to stop guys from doing that stuff. Not whisper in their ears and give them ideas.
Yeah, but this is for my own personal amusement.
What?
There's no need to pressure him into doing something he doesn't want to do. Although he's wise beyond his years, he's still just a boy.
I've never seen a Duke look like he wants to tear someone's head off before.
Ryoma! See? Just like this. Plus, if you don't make a move now, somebody else might beat you to it. Right?
You were totally asking for that one.
The tree has more sense than him.
Yeah, what else is new?
Nobody else found that funny but you. To think of how the lady must feel. Wait, how are you feeling exactly? Oh, man.
The Lamar birds came back.
So did the nightmare one. Does it have its eye on me? I think I should step away. Just until the lady plays her song.
Why, though?
I doubt the nightmare bird likes me very much. I am the reason they left to begin with. They're probably cautious of me. If I stayed and watched, I might wind up interfering.
I don't care. There's a chance that my attempt could end in failure, but I refuse to blame that on you. So I would appreciate it if you'd stay right where you are and watch me tame these birds, because I want you here. You give me courage.
All right, then. I'll stay.
Now enjoy the show.
Congrats, my girl.
It was done beautifully.
I'm so proud, Elia.
I call that a score.
She also managed to get 9 birds at once.
That's amazing.
Well, duh. Truly superb job.
You did it, my lady. Always knew you could. Thank you very much. And thanks to all my pretty and colorful new familiars. My turn. Let's see what I can do. I didn't realize you were going to try as well. I'm nowhere near as talented a musician as you are, but maybe your luck will rub off.
It looks similar to a violin, but I don't believe I've ever seen that instrument.
Just relax, Ryoma.
I wonder what his music will sound like. I can't wait to hear.
Go on, I know you've got this. Right. Never heard this tune before.
The scale he's playing is quite rare.
Yes, and somehow it's very comforting.
Why are you crying, Hughes?
I have no idea!
So many. Hello. I didn't think you liked me very much. Hey, the contract! Hurry up before they all fly away! Oh, good point! The contracts are complete. Hey there. You did it, Mr. Ryoma! I knew you could! You're the cat's meow!
Most impressive as always.
Seriously awesome job!
You never cease to amaze.
Wow, that song you played for them was so soothing.
Taming those Lemur birds like that was very cool.
I wish I had even half his luck. I'm glad for both of you. Hard work pays off.
Marvelously done, Mr. Ryoma.
Simply taming one Lemur bird can be a difficult challenge to overcome, yet both you and Elia managed to tame so many at one time, so it's astonishing to say the very least.
My lady.
What is it?
Could you perform a monster appraisal on the bird closest to your feet?
Sure. What's the matter? This one is an advanced species too. Huh? But its feathers look different than my nightmares. Oh, that's because it's not a nightmare. It's something called a phantom lemur bird. Instead of casting dark magic like the nightmare, this one can cast light magic. How many species are there?
It can cast light magic?
How extraordinary.
But wait, it gets better. Because the phantom's even more rare than the nightmare. Seeing both of these creatures at the same place at the same time is truly a wonder we shouldn't take for granted.
Duke Reinhardt did mention he isn't compatible with bird types. I thought he was exaggerating, but I guess not. I love traveling by slime, but I stick out like a sore thumb. Please take me to Mr. Ryoma. Thank you. That night, the Jamils held a huge banquet. The main reason was to celebrate the lady's success in taming her birds. But it also served as a farewell party for me. Yeah, it's almost time for us to part ways. Almost. Wow, the party's still going strong. I wonder if they intend to keep this up all night. I really hope no one has a hangover tomorrow. Since you're leaving first thing tomorrow, that would make it tougher. Yes.
Ryoma, are you going to be living near the mines from now on?
I am. If I'm gonna patrol them frequently, it makes sense to just move there. It's also a good place to practice my magic without bothering anyone. It'll only be me and the slimes, but I'll add rooms over time.
Ah, I see.
So what about you? Aren't you gonna be living at the school dormitories pretty soon?
Children of nobles are supposed to attend school in the capital from age 12. It's what's expected. Not that there's a law or anything. But if you don't have a special reason for skipping out, it just looks really bad.
I see.
The thing is...
What is it?
Going doesn't bother me so much, but knowing I won't have any friends does. You see, if my family's status doesn't scare them off, my magical power is usually the cause.
Guess I've never considered that. Status aside, you do have a lot more magic than the average person. Even though that's the case, I don't see why people wouldn't be your friend because of those things.
You don't know. A while back, I made a mistake. When I was 5 years old, an older boy visited my house and offered to teach me magic. And then I made the mistake of accepting. Of course, I wasn't very good at controlling my magic. One thing led to another, and I accidentally froze him. Oh, but someone thawed him out immediately after it happened. He wound up being okay, and his family didn't hold a grudge against us or anything.
What did happen?
The catch was, he said I did it on purpose. That anyone who crosses me better watch out. He said I abuse my magic. I like seeing people squirm. For fun. Those rumors turned into even bigger rumors among the noble families. And people believed them to the point that they were actually afraid of me.
I'm so sorry. That's terrible.
I know I made a mistake that day, and I've decided to own it. Because honestly, there's no use in denying it happened. So, now that you're aware... does it bother you at all? After hearing that story, are you afraid of me like everyone else?
Nah. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Are you positive? Even though I lost control and hurt someone, you don't see me any differently now that you know that fact?
I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say you hold no blame in the matter. But it's not unforgivable. It's bound to happen once or twice to anyone who's still learning their craft. It's how we grow.
How we grow?
That probably came out weirder than I meant it to. What I mean is I'm not scared of you. Not your status or your powers, my lady.
I appreciate that.
So, are you scared? I'm powerful too.
I'm surprised you had to ask. Here's the last thing I feel when I'm with you. No matter what, you won't scare me. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot that I have something I want to give you before we part.
What is it?
Open it and see.
A ruby?
It's the necklace my mother gave me on my 10th birthday. Pretty, isn't it?
It's magic.
How very perceptive of you. Of course you would notice. The power you're sensing is the rubies.
A magic stone? I feel like something this powerful and rare should be expensive.
It is expensive.
Then there's no way I can accept this. It's too precious.
Don't be like that. I really want you to take it.
I can't. This was a gift that your mother gave you.
I'm not giving it to you to keep forever. I just want you to hold on to it.
Like a loan?
More like a good luck charm. Before parting with a friend, give them a special keepsake. This will increase your chance of seeing them again. Pick a keepsake as special as the friend. I'm not making this up. Believe it or not, it's from a really old saying.
I feel like the keepsake you picked for me is too special. Are you sure about this?
If I wasn't, I wouldn't have given it to you.
Fair enough. I promise I'll take excellent care of it.
Thank you.
Hang on a second. I should probably let her have a keepsake of mine in return. But what special something could I give? Money? Furs? No.
Are you okay?
I want you to take these with you. My slimes are precious to me. And I also think they'll come in pretty handy. So please take them. Why is she laughing? I'm sorry. I tried. I'm not very good with this kind of stuff.
No, I'm sorry. It was just very in character for you. Thank you for trusting me with your dear familiars. I promise to take excellent care of them.
I had a feeling you would say that. Although it was bittersweet, my final night with the lady and her family flew by as fast as all of my days with them. And then, morning came.
Ryoma! Whenever you're not training or washing clothes or whatever else you do, come visit. You can get there super quick with magic.
That's true. I'll definitely keep it in mind.
You're all right, kid. Good luck.
See you later, Ryoma. Take care.
I won't cry because we're parting ways. I'll smile because I met you.
No matter what you choose to do, I hope you're successful in it.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Mr. Hughes, and Zeph, and Jill, Miss Arne, and Miss Lillian. You take care, too.
Right. Now go say goodbye to the others.
Be careful. Or, at least I would tell you that. But it's you, so I know you'll be fine.
Thanks for looking out, Mr. Camille.
Sure thing.
Remember not to work yourself too hard. Should you need something, and I mean anything, don't hesitate to let us know.
Give yourself time to rest. And don't forget your promise. Please, write to us and keep us updated.
Take it easy out there, Ryoma. And remember, we're only a warp away.
Thanks, everybody. I mean it. It's been wonderful. Really. You've been so good to me from day one. Especially you, my lady.
One more thing.
Oh, of course, my lady. What's the thing?
What you just did.
Huh?
Actually, I've wondered about this for quite some time. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but it's my understanding that you and I are friends.
Of course.
All right, then. From this day forward, please, I want you to stop calling me my lady. You know me better than that, so call me Elia. It's the name my family and those closest to me use.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'll use it too. Elia?
Thank you. Much better. This is it. I'll be going to school soon, but no matter what happens while I'm there, I'm going to stay positive. I'll work hard and show you all that I've learned the next time we meet.
Good. And I'll try to do the same thing.
Don't forget, we promised that we'd reunite in 3 years when I'm on vacation.
Yes, that's right, in 3 years.
And you can't get out of it by saying you're preoccupied with work. Otherwise, when I show you my new magic skills, it'll be a first-hand experience.
Yeah, I would like to try and avoid that if possible.
Although it's not my idea, I heard that my mother did that to my father. Apparently it's very effective for reminding men of their promises.
I'll take your word on that. I guess the silver lining is Duke Reinhardt survived.
A goodbye doesn't feel right to me. So I'll say, see you again instead.
Yeah, see you again, Elia. One day, I'll see you again. Okay, what am I doing standing around when there's work to be done?
We'll meet again, for sure. Thanks.
Never would have guessed how much they'd really miss each other. It's so sad.
Seriously, Kufo. Of course they're going to miss each other. Ryoma was practically family to them.
Sometimes the people who come into your life leave. The good news is that you can meet more people. So Ryoma will be just fine. He's faced many challenges in Sailfall, but making friends isn't one of them.
Can't argue that.
May Ryoma's future be full of good fortune.
To good fortune.
I pray you continue to live life to the fullest. You'll have the eyes of 3 gods watching over you as you do.
First, I'll stop by Bamboo Forest and see how they're doing. Then it's off to the mines. I'm homeless till I build myself a home. I told Elia I'd work just as hard as her. That's another promise I have to make good on. I'll push myself to my limits and be better than the person I was yesterday.